Hi everybody, give me a couple minutes here. Just getting myself situated. Got a few of you guys on already. In a minute or two, I'm going to be out in the front of the camera, so bear with me. Trying to see if I can pull up a little bit of soft music in the background. What's up, Darla? When you guys jump on, please say hello. Tell me where you guys are from. My name is Jesse. For those of you that are new here, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to get a little music going on in the background, having a little bit of technical difficulties. What's up, Kathy? What's up, Sheila? Who else is on already? Who else is with me? I see Darla. Raleigh, Valenzuela. Morgan Van Driesch, I believe. Hi, how are you? Chicago in the house. Cool. Bear with me, folks. Trying to see if I can get a little music going here. And we'll leave that for a little bit. How is everybody doing today? All right. Coming around the front here. Hey, how's it going, guys? How is everybody? Give me a minute to get myself set up on my laptop over here so I can see your face. I'll see your comments. Makes it easier to see my comments. So, your comments. Let's see. Penny with Jesse is live. Here we go. All right, I can see myself. Let me lower the volume here on this. All right. Whoop. A little loud. Hold on. Hold on. Hi, Maria. What's going on, Maria? Penny with us again from Oregon. Penny. Hi, Penny. From, sorry, let's see, moved. I lost you. Faith, your computer or whatever you're watching from should have a little volume adjustment somewhere. So you should be able to just turn that up. Just turn that sucker up and you should be able to hear me. Hi, Kaylee. 7-year-old Kaylee's here. What's up, Sheila? Faith. Let's see, Elizabeth is 7. Sorry, guys, the comments are going by really quickly, so I'm missing some of them. Hi, everyone. Welcome once again. My name is Jesse, and I want to say hello to all the new people that we have on. We've already got about 38 devices on. I'm sure some of you are painting in groups. What's up, Wonder? Welcome back, Wonder. And Yala from San Bernardino. Awesome. Hi, Priscilla Cruz. How's it going? Remember, guys, let me know where you guys are painting from. I want to know. I believe we have a couple people who might be joining us from Canada, and then people from all over the United States. So that's pretty dang fantastic. Before we get started, I just want to go through our little supplies list really quick. You guys want to make sure you guys have plenty of paper towels because very likely you're going to be making a mess. You want to have a pencil, right? You want to have a little pencil with an eraser because we're probably going to be doing a little bit of erasing as we go. And then you also want to have a Sharpie. Okay, we're going to be using a Sharpie to outline stuff. What's up, Chantal? Sandy and Kiera from Woodlake. Hi, Sandy. How's it going? Hi, Bricia Garcia Lopez. Bricia. Hi, Bricia. How's it going? Adriana, what's up? What's up, Adriana from Arizona? Who else? Who else? Awesome. Welcome to your son. I think you painted with us before, was it? Or it might have been your daughter-in-law, right, Adriana? Teresa Becerra from Central California. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. So once again, everybody, you guys want to have a marker of some type, Sharpie, some kind of black marker. We're going to be doing a little bit of outlining. Especially for those of you that are drawing everything with me, because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw this cow. Miss Bessie here, we're going to draw her together. I don't want you guys to freak out about that. If you guys don't have any drawing experience, I got you. But you want a pencil with an eraser. Pretty much whatever colors you guys have will work. However, the colors that I'm going to be using, you guys may have seen the... let me step up to the front here real quick. I got a little bit of white. I've got some teal for the background, right? My background is going to be teal. However, whatever you guys want your background color to be, that's the color you guys are going to use, right? Pink, light brown, yellow, whatever the heck color you want for the background, that's up to you. I've got a little bit of red for the flowers. I got some brown, of course, I'm going to mix a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow for her brown coat. We got a little bit of black in here, and we got a little bit of pink. So once again, white, a little bit of red, a little bit of pink, black, brown, teal, and yellow. Those are the colors. Oh, and I forgot green. Forgot green for the leaves, but I'll add that later. Not important. Okay, so those are the colors we're using today. However, if you guys want to customize, customize Miss Bessie, feel free to do so. Maybe your Bessie's going to be black and white. Maybe she's going to be, I don't know, whatever color. She could be pink. People could be making a pink cow. What's up, Hebo from Michigan? How's it going? Alberto Martinez, you got it, my friend. KK, hi KK, how are you? You and your niece, hi. How are you? Okay, cool. So, absolutely, folks, if you guys want to be painting this at a later time, the video is going to stay up on the channel, so on the page. I will also be loading it up to YouTube. So please feel free to come back if you guys don't finish with me today or you guys can't paint with me today. The videos will stay up so you guys can come back and paint this whenever you would like. All right, who else is on with us? Did I miss anybody? Gina Guzman. Hi, Gina. Super excited also. Welcome. What's up, Jennifer Lopez, once again from Washington. Awesome. Sheila. All right, Sheila, are you painting with us today or what? Sheila Bivens-Walt from sunny Laguna Niguel. Are you painting with us today? It's been a while. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. I'm just scrolling up through the comments. Chantel, I'm good. Thank you so much. Let's see. Again, I want to make sure I didn't miss any of you. All right, I think I got everybody. But anyhow, folks, as you guys jump on, please say hello if you haven't already. Tell me where you guys are painting from. I want to know what part of the country or maybe another country you guys are joining us from. Okay, so yeah. You guys also want to have some surface, like paper plates, styrofoam plates, etc., to use as your palette, right? We're going to be mixing colors. Sometimes I'll go through 3 or 4 of these in a sitting, so you want to have at least a couple extra because we are going to be, mixing colors and such, and you want to do it here as opposed to on your palette. Okay, you want to do it on one of these guys instead of one of these. So make sure you guys have a few of those extra. And then, of course, your brushes. You don't need anything too fancy. I'm going to show you a few different options. Basic brushes that we're going to be using. So you want something that's kind of large. Doesn't have to be this big. This one's a 2-inch flat brush. But for what we're doing today, probably something more like this 1-inch will do. Okay? Nothing fancy. These are synthetic bristles. This is for anybody that's just kind of watching today and maybe thinking about joining some other time. Synthetic bristle brushes are what I use. They're nice. They're durable. I've had this brush for who knows how long, a couple of years maybe, and as long as I keep the brush clean, as long as I wash it after I'm done, straighten out the bristles, this thing lasts forever. Okay? So we'll be using one of those. We're definitely going to be using a couple of small brushes like this, little pointy ones for little detail work. When we do her little eyelashes, maybe little hairs, a little fur around her body, right? Things like that. A couple of small brushes. And then you guys want something in the middle, something like this, maybe a 1/2-inch flat brush as well. So 3, 4 brushes is all you're going to need. Whatever you guys have is what we're going to be working with. You also want to have your little solo cup or some type of cup where you can have water in it where your brushes are going to sit. If you're new to painting with acrylic paints dry very quickly. You want to make sure you have some water in here so that when in between uses, your brushes are sitting in there, not drying out on you, okay? So those are the things we're going to be using. Whatever you've got is what we're going to be using. So who's nervous about having to paint, having to draw? Who's nervous? Anybody nervous? Hi, Lila Martinez Kids from Silmar. How's it going? Vanessa Curiston. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. California. Okay, Maria, so this is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. Okay, my canvas is a 16 by 20 inch. Whatever you guys have will work. When we start to draw Miss Bessie out, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to adjust it a little bit. If you guys did the cutout, or if you guys are going to be doing the cutout at some later date, right, I emailed you guys a bunch of you guys emailed me for the cutout. So the cutout that I send you guys is perfectly suited for an 11 by 14 inch canvas. Okay, so 11 by 14 inch canvas. If you're using the cutout, that's what I would recommend. so there's that. All right, Sheila, you're painting with us. How's it going? Good. All right, everybody. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to be switching over to the front, and we're going to get going. So, you know, hopefully you guys are all ready. Get your snacks ready. Get your drinks ready. You know, I'm going to be drinking a little bit of water, a little bit of something else, something to kind of, if you guys be drinking something to kind of calm down a little bit, calm your nerves down, that'd be perfect. Amy Sittner says, my cow will probably look like it has a virus. Don't worry, Amy, I got you. Nessa Ambrosia Cortez, I have an 8 by 10. Is that okay? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That's fine. No problem. Again, whatever you guys have is good. Let's see. Kausar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kausar says, I'm using weighted paper. Yeah, that's fine. Weighted paper is fine, okay? Anything that you guys have is okay. As long as it's thick enough. If you're painting with acrylic paint, it's going to be a little watered down, right? We use a little bit of water. Sometimes it's wet. It's wet paint, so as long as it's thick enough to withstand it so it doesn't get all soggy, whatever you guys have will work. And also, guys, if you have other types of paint, maybe you're not using acrylic paints, maybe you've got, I don't know, watercolors, maybe you've got oil paints, markers, etc. Anything will work, okay? Gina says she's a little nervous. Okay, Ollie from Silmar, what's up, Ollie? Guys, don't be nervous. Please, I want you guys to relax. Okay, the main thing that I always tell everybody, I don't care what experience you've got. I know that most of you guys are new. Please relax. This isn't going to be anything too crazy. Just listen to my instruction. Mimic what I do. I'm going to be really clear throughout the process. If you guys miss anything or you want me to repeat, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to repeat my instruction. But if you guys pay attention and you guys just mimic me, mimic what I'm doing. I'm going to be explaining it as we go. You're going to be all right. Okay? I don't care if you don't know how to draw. I don't care if you've ever done it in your life. You're going to be okay. Gina, greetings from Lamont, California. Greetings, Gina. Sorry, guys. I'm jumping between messages rather quickly. So if I start getting things jumbled, I hope I don't miss anything. Sheila says, Jesse, are we going to need glow in the dark? You don't need glow in the dark. It's an option if you guys want to use that. What Sheila's talking about are these really cool, there's some glow in the dark paint, and then there's some iridescent paint or neon colors that you can add to your paintings, like this cool yellow one or orange. I've got some pink, I've got some blue. Today it's not necessary. Well, it's never necessary, it's optional. But if you guys want to use it, you can. It's up to you. What I will recommend, if you guys have them, is at the end, and I know you guys can't see it very well on Bessie here, but she has a little bit of glitter. There's glitter over her eyeshadow. On her eyeshadow, there's glitter on the flowers here, on the leaves. There's glitter in the roses. And those glitters, you can buy them like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It's just basically glitter floating around in paint. Nothing fancy. So I got some red, I got some pearl color. I use the red in the flowers. I use the pearl over her eyeshadow. Actually, you can use the pearl wherever you want. I have a little bit of pink. I've got some green. So it's optional. And if you guys want to take a look, this is my favorite type here. It's called Craft Twinkles from, again, it's Michael's or Hobby Lobby. No, Michael's has this one. But there's all kinds of different kinds of this stuff. So don't worry if you don't have it, or it's not anything crucial. You can always add that at some later date. So again, folks, don't forget, if you're not painting along with us today, the video is going to stay up on Facebook, and I'm going to be loading it up to YouTube when it's all said and done. So, all right, guys. All right, Gina says, yay, she has glitter. What's up, Meg Velasquez Pele? Let's see, hi from Michigan. She says, my 7-year-old daughter, Kumari, is joining today. Awesome, Meg. Welcome to you and Kumari. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to have some fun, guys. Again, I want you guys to relax. Do a little husa. Do a little yoga if you have to before we get started. But take a few deep breaths. Just release all the stress. We're going to have some fun. Promise, we're going to have some fun. Don't get too crazy expecting your painting to look exactly like this. That isn't the point. You're going to be creating your own version of Bessie, okay? So that's one thing that I will definitely stress. Don't worry about making it look just like this, okay? You're going to be creating your own version of Bessie. Some people's Bessie is going to be a little larger. Some of yours are going to be a little smaller. Don't worry about it. You guys are always going to be able to come back and paint it again if you want to, okay? Sometimes doing it a second time, third time, you will perfect it. And they'll go, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So again, everybody just kind of relax a little bit. Ken Hayes, how's it going? Puyallup here, awesome. Where is that? Puyallup? Where is that? What's up, Ariel? Ariel's back, everybody. What's up, Chelsea? How's it going, guys? Looks like you got a good group there, huh? Awesome. Awesome. Hi, welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome. All right. I think we're good to get going here. I'm going to go ahead and get myself situated here. I'm going to switch everything over to the front. I'm going to be moving the camera around a little bit, so please don't get dizzy. Excuse me a second. I'm going to be moving around just a little bit. Again, I'm just kind of adjusting things. So you start getting yourselves ready. Get your pencils. Like I said, get your drinks and your snacks. All of that stuff. We're going to be having some fun, folks. So just take a deep breath. Again, if you need to do some stretches, stretch a bit before we get going. Stretch out. So again, I'm using a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I'm going to move the camera forward. I'm going to be moving the camera forward in just a moment so you guys can get a close-up of what I'm doing. We're actually going to start with drawing Bessie right from the get-go. Okay? So if you guys already have her traced out, cool, right? Those of you that are using the trace, you're only tracing the outline, right? You're not tracing the whole thing. You've got the outline traced out. So you're going to be working with me to fill the inside in. All right, Ken, awesome. Ken Hayes says that's Washington State. All right. Vanessa Kirsten, of course. Hi, Ali. Hi, Estrella. Hi, ladies. Good to have you. Thank you for joining in today. Like I said, we're going to have some fun. All right, let me move the camera forward. Also, guys, this is a live session, right? Funny things happen sometimes. I knock things over. You hear funny, crazy things falling down in the background. Don't be surprised. It happens. Also, one thing that I want to mention, I want to stress, if at any point you lose the feed, you lose the feed to the live session, please do not leave Facebook. Simply refresh your screen a few times. Sometimes it takes about 5 minutes to get everything back. There's been a few times that, due to technical difficulties, often issues caused by me, we lose the Facebook feed. But I come back. Might take me a little bit, 2-3 minutes to get everything going again, but I will come back. So simply refresh your screens and you will see me again. Promise. This isn't over until I say it's over, okay? So just, again, if you happen to lose the feed, come back. I'm just going to turn on some lights here so to make it a little bit brighter and a little easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. Again, you guys want to be getting yourselves ready. Get your pencils ready. Get your hands nice and warmed up. We're going to start painting. We're going to start drawing here. Okay, bear with me just a little bit. I'm also going to see if I can cue up a little bit of music. I got to keep the music down really, really low because Facebook will or might have an issue with us playing music in the background, right? And we don't want to upset Facebook. They'll kick us off. We don't want that. So, all right, almost there, folks. Almost there. Now we're going to take a little while to paint this. We're going to be drawing for a little bit at the beginning. And then once we get into the painting part of it will take, the whole thing will take us about approximately 2.5 hours, folks. It might seem like a long time, but it will pass very quickly, okay? If you guys don't get a chance to finish with me today, make sure you guys come on back. Which daughter, Vanessa? Estrella? So anyway, folks, I'm just sharpening up my pencil right here. All right, here we go. So check this out. Let's look at Bessie for a moment. Are we ready? First off, are we ready? Adriana Faith, awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Glad to have you here. Erica Gomez, first time painting with you from Corpus Christi, Texas. Fantastic. Maria Berger Martinez, Hurricane Zone, South Florida. Awesome. Hey guys, feel free to talk to each other in the comments. If you see somebody you recognize, a family member jumps on with you, or a friend, say hello to each other, talk to each other. You know, definitely feel free to talk to each other. This is a party after all. We are having a little party here. Okay, so this is a relaxed setting. I don't want you guys stressing out. Please don't freak the heck out because we're drawing, especially if you're new to drawing. We're going to have fun. Whatever you end up with is going to be fun. And lastly, I'm going to say, please do not give up. If at the beginning your painting, your drawing isn't looking like you want it to, do not stress out. You're going to learn a lot simply by going through the entire process, okay? If you're sitting there and you're drawing, you're like, oh, mine doesn't look right, do not worry about it. There's all kinds of ways to fix the process, fix what you've got as we go, and I'll talk to you guys about that as we go along. Meg Velasquez, will the video be online tomorrow just in case we get disconnected? It sure will. So the video will stay up. I will also be uploading it to my YouTube channel, which is also Painting with Jesse, okay? All right, Jennifer. Jennifer says she's ready. All right, here we go. So I'm going to talk about this really quick. Everybody's canvas, as long as you're not painting with a square, which a square will work, but most of your canvases, I'm assuming, are rectangular like this. You want it long ways, vertical, right? You want it vertical like this. Here's what I want you guys to do. No need for a ruler or a tape measure. Okay, just eyeball this. What you're going to do is you're going to look at about the halfway point vertically on your canvas. Okay, there's an imaginary line that goes across like this, and then there's an imaginary line that also goes vertically. I'm not looking for the perfect point in the middle, but that point is about right here on Miss Bessie, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mark that in a little bit. Sorry, Miss Bessie, I will clean this up later, I promise. I know you got a dance to go to or something like that, and I'm not going to mess up your night, okay? So here's what I'm doing. All I'm doing is I'm creating this little point on Miss Bessie so you guys know where about the middle of the entire canvas is, okay? I got to that point by doing this, and this is what I want you guys to do right now. Imaginary line across right here. Really, really light with your pencil. Imaginary line. Okay, about the middle, okay, about. And if you have to erase it, look, you can erase with if you got an eraser, you can erase it, okay, easy. And you don't have to, if you have to erase anything, don't worry about doing a complete erase. We're gonna have paint going all over this. So once again, find your imaginary middle and simply do a little line across. Light, okay, little light line across. Then you're gonna do the same thing from top to bottom, vertical. Find your imaginary line, come on down the middle. And you guys notice, I got a bunch of lines all over the place. I made a couple of lines where I'm like, I'm not happy with that. No big deal. If you have to adjust, adjust. So here's my little middle point. I'm gonna draw a little dot right there. All I'm doing is creating a little bit of a reference point for Miss Bessie's face. That little dot right there is about that right there, okay? So again, middle, up and down, and then middle horizontally. So middle vertically, middle horizontally, middle vertically, okay? Got a little point right there. Okay, good. Sounds like you guys are all ready. Awesome. This is easy, right? This part is easy. Okay, and I know that you guys are going to have a hard time seeing some of my pencil marks. as I draw something on her face, I'm gonna outline it with a marker so you guys can see it. You guys may want to wait till I outline it before making your own mark, okay? And it may not look, because of the angle of the camera, this might look like this is a little bit higher. I'm looking on my laptop, I can see it. Looks like this little dot is a little bit higher than middle. It is not. It's almost right at middle. It's just that the angle of the camera is a little bit off. So let me see if I can fix that. Okay, I want to make sure you guys can all see what I'm doing without having to struggle. Hang on one second. Okay. All right, does everybody have that little dot right there? And again, I don't want you guys stressing. Give me some hussahs. A couple of hussahs, everybody. Just kind of relax, okay? No stressing about this is not allowed. You're here to have some fun, and that's what I want you guys to do. That is your main goal, is to have some fun. Sorry, folks, just making a couple of adjustments here to my light now because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Bear with me one moment. All right. There we go. Hussa! There we go, Wonder. Hussa! All right. Now, we're moving into Miss Bessie's face. So we got this little dot. Whoops. We got this little dot right here. And I switched pencils by accident. Don't worry about that. There's nothing special about this pencil. Got a little dot right here. From this little dot, that almost, if you were to draw that line, this little part of her muzzle is right in here. And again, for those of you that already have this outlined, this is going to start making sense in a moment, okay? But here we go. We're going to draw her mouth. So from this little point, we're going to move over to the right a little bit. A little bit. Okay, maybe 2-3 inches, depending on your canvas. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to draw kind of a partial circle, or sorry, not circle, but almost like the edge of a square. Okay? And let me mark that in. Give me a second. Let me outline it. So again, here's our dot. You're simply moving it over across a little bit along that horizontal line, and you're creating this. No tape measure, no ruler needed. You don't have to measure this on my 16 by 20 inch canvas. This is about 3 inches from top to bottom. And what that is this right here. Don't get lost in overthinking, folks. Simply do as I do. Remember, mimic me. All I did was this right here. Okay? That is this right here. Okay? Do not overthink. Simply do. Simply do. Okay? Back to our pencil. Back to our pencil. Okay? From right here. All right. For those of you with the little template, again with the template, all I'm doing right now is outlining Miss Bessie. It'll make sense in a little bit. From right here, we're gonna go down about maybe let's say an inch and a half, slightly at an angle, and then you're gonna come over across, slightly dipped. Here's the middle point. Okay, right? Use this as your reference. Your line is your reference. You're going to come over a little bit. It's going to curve up. Okay? Let me go ahead and I'm going to turn the canvas a little bit towards me so I'm not looking at it at a weird angle. And we're going to do this. Again, hussa. No stressing allowed. No stressing allowed. Ah. Yes, Jennifer says we need a cheers or a salud. Coming up, Jennifer. Coming up. Thank you for reminding me. So those of you that are new here, we do little toasts throughout the process. Okay, so whatever it is that you're drinking, water, tea, maybe something a little harder, something with a little bit of, a little pick-me-up liquor, or whatever it is you're drinking, that's what you'll be toasting with. But I don't want to toast until we get a little bit of this drawing going, okay? So you'll see here in a little bit what we're doing, right? We want to get going a little bit. All right. So from right here, right this little point here, we're going to curve out a little bit. We're going to come up. Here's our little horizontal line. We're going to go above it. And we're going to go like this. Okay, curves in a little bit. So let me go ahead and outline that. Okay, my stencil people, my stencil folks, you've got this, okay? Your outline is all this around here like this. Sorry, your outline stops right here, okay? Your outline is here. So you've got all this around the mouth. This, like this, right here. From this little point right here, what I want you to do is you're gonna add this part. So where the mouth curves up a little bit right here on your cutout, you're just gonna add this line that comes across like this. So you're adding this line that comes up like that, okay? You've got this all the way up. So once again, I'm gonna explain that again. The people that already have yours traced out, you only have the outline, right? So far you've got this, comes over like this, and then yours outline comes up like this. You're gonna add this line like this, it comes up and over. This line ends up going a little higher than this part of your outline, okay? I hope that makes sense. If not, no worries, I'll explain it again in a little bit, okay? All right. All right, here we go, folks. From this point here, not here, but right here, you're gonna give me a little line that comes up slightly diagonal. Okay, maybe not too high, maybe about 3 inches. About, again, on my 16 by 20 inch canvas. Kind of pops out a little bit, and it looks like this. Now keep in mind, we've got some ears we're going to be drawing in, right? So you want to leave some space for those ears. Don't go too close to the side of your painting. Maria Elizabeth Buchanan, who's painted with us a few times, or a couple times at least, is saying pickles and pickle juice. Ashley Nicole Sierra Macias. Ashley Nicole. Yes, outline it in Sharpie. Great question. If you've got your outline in place, you've already did it with the template, outline the outside of your Bessie with a marker, okay? Also, you only have the head, right? We're all going to work together on creating the body. Okay. And don't worry, folks, to those of you with the template, I will explain all the little stuff on the inside. If I miss anything, I'm just going to go over it again before we start working on the body. I will not be leaving you behind, okay? So then, everybody has this line over here. We're going to create another one on the other side. So from about right here, here's our imaginary line. You're going to drop down a little bit, slightly above where her lip and her jaw meet. Right there, we're going to come up like this, just a touch. And you're going to draw a little line that comes up and then goes out. So this little line here, you don't want this to be as high as this one. Bessie's head is a little bit tilted to the left, so we want this line to be a little bit lower than this one. So if you were to draw a line across like this one ends up a little higher than this one, okay? Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. If you don't have a Sharpie, whatever you guys have as far as a marker, you're going to want to outline with that, okay? Whatever you've got, and if you don't have a marker on hand and you have black paint, then you're going to want to use a little tiny brush and outline with that, okay? So here's what this looks like. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so my template, folks, those of you that have the template traced out, this is what yours has. This line like this, that comes down like this, comes down, comes over, comes up, comes over, goes here, and comes up. You're missing this little line that comes in like this. So right here, you're going to draw this little line that comes in, okay? Just like you did with this one, comes up and over. You're going to want to draw this in, and you're going to want to draw this little part right here, this little part that comes in, okay? Now everybody, whoosah. Everybody whoosah. Her ear right here. We're going to come over, and her ear is almost, it's almost like a sideways triangle, but it's curved, right? You got a triangle, got a couple of triangles sticking out to the sides, but the edges are curved. And if you guys notice, her ears get cut off at the edges. If you can complete your ears, that's up to you. You go ahead and do that if your canvas is big enough, or you're noticing maybe you have enough space to do that, it's up to you. But if you don't have enough space like I do here, that's what it's going to look like, right? You're only going to create part of her ears. So there we go, comes out like this. Then at the top, you're going to come over and go like this, okay? You're going to do that to both sides. Curve and over. Curve and over. And let me go ahead and outline that like that. Remember, we're going to have flowers, right? Our flowers are going to cover up some of the ears in some of our cases. Okay, so there we go. Excuse me. So here we go. Here's what we got. We got our ears. Again, for those of you with your traces, you guys all have this. You have the ears. You have this outline. The only thing that the people with the traces were missing with is this and this. Okay, and we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Next thing that I want you guys to do, you're going to take this line right here. You're going to come over, and you're going to connect it over to this side. That's all you're going to do. Actually, hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. Yep. That's all we're going to do. Connect this line here, this corner, and this corner. You're just going to connect them. And you can bring your line up, curve it, whatever you want. So over and connect. Those of you with the trace, right? Come in, over and connect over to this side. Easy, folks, easy. Again, just watch what I'm doing. Zoom out. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. I didn't realize that you guys couldn't see the ears. There we go. Sorry about that. I think I turned it a little too much. So, Nessie's also at an angle. So, I mean, Nessie. We're going to do Nessie at some point in the future, maybe. But Bessie was at an angle, so it was a little harder to see the edges of the canvas. Okay. So I'm gonna bring up the painting of the original. Okay, so you guys can see for reference. We have all of this already. We got this. We got this. We have this. We have the ears in place. Okay. We need her nose, eyes, and a couple of minor details, but we're almost there. Okay. So everybody just take a moment to just kind of relax. I'm going to give you guys a little bit to get here, and then we're going to move on to the nose and the eyes, her eyelids, and like I said, another couple of minor details, and we're there. So go ahead. Again, folks, don't worry if yours isn't looking exactly like this. That's not the point, or at least I should say, don't make it the point. You're going to have a cow. You're going to have a Bessie that looks like your Bessie, okay? Your Bessie is going to look different from mine. It's going to, if you're painting with somebody at your house, it's going to be different from theirs. It's going to be different from what. So also, oh, really quick, guys, please send me pictures of your stuff at the end, okay? I like to share everybody's paintings, so if you can take a picture of your group holding your paintings, send them to me. I really appreciate that. But when I share the pictures, you guys will see when you look at everybody's is going to look different, and everybody's going to create something unique and really cool. All right, so again, don't stress about it looking just like this. As long as you got something that kind of looks like this, you're going to be fine. If you were to see this just by itself, let's say you were walking around somewhere and somebody said, hey, I'm making a cow. You'd look at it and go, that doesn't, well, maybe. It kind of looks like a cow. It's a process. We slowly build up to that point, okay, where it starts to look like a cow. All right, enough talking. Here we go. I'm going to turn the canvas once again a little towards me. So this is what we're making next. We're going to do her nose, her big nose, right? She has a really big nose, snout. It's almost like a triangle, upside down triangle, right? It's just missing the point at the bottom. Almost. So that's what you want to look at her nose as to kind of help you. So here's our little dot. We're just going to drop down a little bit. And we're going to go like this. Draw a little curve. Curve it down, bring it down to her lip. If this side's a little lower than this side, that's okay. Again, her head's slightly tilted over. Elise, that is hilarious. Yes, that's gonna happen. Elise says, I told my 3-year-old I'm painting a cow. She looks at what I have and starts crying because she doesn't see a cow yet. All right. It'll look like a cow. Like a cow. All right, Alberto, I'll slow it down a little bit. Sorry about that. Yes, Francisca, the video is going to stay up. The video will be staying up for those of you that want to watch it later. You guys can always, of course, pause it, back it up, jump forward. So yeah, definitely the video will be up, and it'll also be on my YouTube. Okay, so here's this. Let's outline it. I'm going to slow things down a little bit. Okay, I'm hoping I'm not going too fast. I want you guys to catch up. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to get my drink ready. Okay, so while you guys are catching up, I'm going to be getting my little drink ready over here. So here's her little snout. Okay, her little nose. Oh, let me go ahead and do this now. When you guys, I'm going to add the little nose right here, little nostrils. There's little ovals in the corners, okay? Of course, we still got her bottom, the bottom part of her lip. So I'm going to leave you guys with that for just a moment. Let you guys catch up a little bit, okay? You're absolutely welcome, Roxana. Roxana Barrera. My pleasure. You got it, Francisco. What's up, Frank? How's it going, my friend? Glad you made it. I'm also going to try to cue up a little bit of music. It's going to be really low, though. Again, I don't want to upset our Facebook friends, and then they stop my video. Last thing I want. You guys tell me this is too loud, right? Okay, give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Got to get my drink ready. How we doing, folks? How are we doing? You guys can hear the music. I just queued up some, kind of looks like 90s music on my Spotify. If it's too loud, I'm going to have to lower it a little bit. All right, folks. We're going to do our first toast. Whatever you guys are drinking, let's get ready. Pour a little some out to a fun and awesome painting Saturday with Miss Bessie. I want to say thank you guys, all of you, for joining me today. So awesome. You're spending a little time with me. Also, keep in mind that I am doing these regularly. I've got a calendar up on my page of the next 2 weeks, or the next 2 events. Please look at those. I'm going to be adding at least one more event to August. So I want you guys to look at it and join me. Join me. I'll be, I'll be posting more information about those coming soon. So please follow the page. Like the page so it pops up on your feed and you're able to keep track of everything. But anyway, cheers everybody. Salud, wherever you guys are painting from. Bottoms up. Not a lot, a little bit. You want to be able to finish the painting. And you especially want me to be able to finish the instruction. So, all right. Here we go. we got our little nose in. Okay? We're going to do her lip, her bottom lip. All you're going to do, nice and easy. Come down to the bottom. Right below, you can connect these like this, right? All that is this right here. This little lip right here. Little bottom lip. She has a little lipstick on. Has a little lipstick on here, so just like that. Nice and easy, folks. Again, please don't be stressing. Just relax. We're going to have some fun today. Okay? We are having fun. I'm hoping that all you guys are having fun. But definitely just relax. Don't put too much pressure on yourself about, oh my God, it's got to be perfect. No such thing. No such thing. All right. Eyeballs. Let's look at Miss Bessie's eyes. Look at her. Look how pretty. Look at her eyelashes. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but there's glitter. I got a little bit of glitter on her eyeshadow. Look at that glittery eyeshadow. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to see if I can see it in the camera screen. I think you can. There's glitter up on the roses. Really quick, folks, something on the roses. Whatever flowers you guys decide to use, if you're going to be doing her little flower crown, use whatever flowers you can make, you decide you want to make. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make these, but whatever you guys want to make is up to you, right? Okay. But anyway, look at her little eyes. Nothing crazy. All we're doing is this part. For those of you with the templates, you may have cut the eyes out with an X-Acto knife or something, and maybe you guys already have those traced in. Okay. But if not, follow along, and we're going to get those added here in just a moment. Okay. Eyeball on the right. Here's this little part where the ear connects to the head. It's right here. We're just going to come up a little bit, move over to the left, and there's our first eye. So come up a little bit, move over to the left, and this right here is about the middle of her eye. Just kind of a little mark my spot. Watch me do it first. The top part of her eye is a nice little curve. Almost like we're making a teardrop or a circle even. Bottom part of her eye. I'm going to do this same exact process with the Sharpie in a moment. Bottom of her eye comes down, comes up. Again, it's almost like a large rounded teardrop. Okay, so here we go. Here's her eye. Here's what I did at first. Rounded at the top. Okay. Rounded at the bottom, but it comes up, connects almost like a teardrop. Right here, that little corner point. All right. All right, nice and easy. Give you guys about a minute to get that eyeball in place. Because you're doing it in pencil, before you outline the eyeball, make sure you look at it. Maybe you want to do the other eye first, okay? So when you do this eye in pencil, don't outline it. Leave it, do the other eye, make sure you're happy with both of them, and then you outline it, okay? There we go. Nice and easy. Jennifer Lopez says, I've mastered palm trees, but I don't know that those would work for a crown. Yeah, it might look a little funky, but you never know, Jennifer. You never know. So, folks, really quick, for those of you that are new, some of you that are on here have been painting with me for a while. I've been doing these live events since probably the beginning of March, mid-March. I don't remember, maybe April. When COVID started, I started doing these events on Saturdays. So I normally do paint parties, in-person paint parties for birthdays, anniversaries. I travel all over Southern California doing paint parties. And that's starting to pick up a little bit. I'm starting to get more events, more private in-person events. So I am available for those. I've got to follow some COVID outlines like social distancing and masks and things like that. So I am starting to do those again. However, I've had a business for about 3.5 years. When COVID started, everything just kind of froze up, right? No more paint parties. So I'm doing these out online, and there's quite a few of you on here that have painted with me from the beginning. And for those of you that are new, the more you do this, and they'll tell you the same thing, the more you do this, the better you will get. All right, other eyeball. A lot of talking, I know. Giving you guys some chances to catch up. So on the other eyeball, what I want to point out is this. This eye is a little bit lower, a little bit than this one. Okay, again, Bessie's head is a little cocked over to the right, to her right. So this eye is a little bit lower than this one. Just a touch. It's not super noticeable, but right here where this connects, you're just gonna come right over. Come right over to the left. I'm sorry, to the right. So right here, come right over. Here we moved up a little bit and then came over. Right here, we're just coming right over. Mark the little center. That's about the middle of her eye, okay? It's just giving you a placement point. So what do? Right over the top. Move over to the right of that point a bit. Right over the top. Little curve. Okay? This one I'm actually going to bring down about like that. Okay, let me outline that. Bam, just like that. Okay? From there, actually from the other side, over here like this, on the right hand side of her eye. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And then we come over. And these are going to connect. Just like that. And right here, Miss Bessie's looking a little scared. Right here, I can see her eye. She's looking like she's a little scared. Doesn't know what's going on right now. She's like, what is happening? You guys see that too? It's because of these little dark. Don't worry about these right here. Those are going to disappear in a moment. The little pupils that she has right now. You don't do the pupils, okay? She looks like she's freaking out. Don't show it. Whoever made the comment earlier about the 3-year-old, don't show this to your 3-year-old right now. She's going to freak out. Oh, man. All right, yeah, sometimes I make myself laugh a little bit. Anyway, so again, I'm going to remove those just so nobody gets confused and wants to add those in there. You don't need those. There we go. She's looking better now. Hi, Francisca. Francisca, yes, I do paint party events. I'm located in Southern California. I go anywhere from Los Angeles down to San Diego. Everything in between. Orange County, Riverside, you name it, I go everywhere. So if you're anywhere nearby, let me know. Oh, I'm starting to do private Zoom sessions. So if you want to do a private party, reach out to me and we'll do a Zoom session. Okay? All right. So last thing you're gonna do to the eye, you're gonna have her little eyelid on each side. Each eye has a little eyelid. Comes over where she's gonna have her little makeup, little eyeshadow. Okay. I suppose that if you guys wanted to, you could turn Bessie into a bull by giving this horns. You can create a bull instead. So. Eyeshadow. There are little eyelids right there. Again, folks, I want you guys to relax. Don't be stressing. Don't be stressing. Demon cows for life. Yeah. All right, Elise, good. She saw it, huh? Okay. All right, she's good with it. Okay. And then this part right here, all I'm going to do really lightly, I'm not going to outline this with the Sharpie because I'm going to have flowers right here. I just want to do a little light pencil line across where her head is, right? The top of her head. She's going to have flowers there. But, so I am not outlining this with my Sharpie, okay? Because if I do, when I add the flowers, depending on what color you use, you might see the color come through, and you don't want that. So once again, do not outline this part right here. Simply use your pencil to mark it in. That way it gives you some placement for your flowers when we get to that point. Okay? So people with the templates, you got the you did your eyes. If you didn't already have them in place, you want to definitely do the eyes, of course. I'm sure you're doing them now. And then the eyelids. Okay, make sure you do your little eyelids. Yeah, Alberto, you can do a unicorn horn on yours, of course. Your cow could be a unicow, I guess. Yeah, that would work. A little unicow. You could probably even take this right here without the ears and make it into a horse. Give it ears that are sticking up. And maybe change up. Wait, do horses have? Yeah, they do. Horses have, maybe not quite as big. The nose part, the snout. The nose is, I think, smaller on horses. I'm trying to remember. But anyhow, yeah, you could change it up and make it into a horse if you wanted to. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, maybe if you want to do a unicow, you give it a little horn. Give it a little horn to Miss Bessie. Okay, guys. So face, let's see. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. We're not doing the eyelashes. Those come in with the paint. Oh yeah, we're gonna do one little adjustment right here. I'm just gonna add a little line right here. Don't outline this in Sharpie, okay, or marker. You're just gonna have a little line right there, and you're gonna have a little line that comes up right here. So right here, just have a little line that comes up, and then one right here. Okay? Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Don't outline these in pencil yet. I mean in Sharpie. All right, let me see. We got everything on her head that we need, other than the little. If you're going to be doing yours in white in here, and you're going to have this the markings right here above her, in the middle of her forehead and above her nose. You're going to add this now. Okay, these lines right in here. All you're going to take, and this we're not outlining in Sharpie. We're just going to come up to the middle of the top of her forehead. Same thing right here. Okay. So again, don't outline these. And you don't have to have these if you don't want to. Okay, you don't have to include those. I don't care. I don't know. Your Bessie might have different markings. Okay, here we go into the body. Before we get into that body, a little sippy sip or whatever it is you're drinking. Okay, a little sippy sip. Again, take it easy. You don't want to go too fast on the sipping, especially if you're drinking. If you're drinking something a little harder than apple juice or something, because you want to be able to finish. You want your lines to relatively, look like mine. Again, relatively. Cheers. I'm going to be doing a little drawing later, where one of you is going to be able to get a chance to take one of my paintings home. I will show you the options in a little while. Okay. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. You're just going to be sharing my Painting with Jessie page on your Facebook page. When you're done with your painting, you're going to share your painting, share my Painting with Jessie page, says something nice about the page, and that enters you into the drawing, okay? All right, everybody, let's move on to the body. That was easy, right? Nice and easy. Everybody take a deep breath. That was the hardest part. Everybody take a deep breath. Give me a huzzah. Huzzah, everybody. Adriana says her cow looks like a pig. Roxana Barrera. All right, every time I say Bessie, here we go, guys. Every time I say Bessie, it's time to take a little sip. I'm not going to say shot. Take a little sip of whatever it is you're painting, okay? Give me some thumbs up if you guys are with me. Every time I say Bessie, you guys take a little drink of your drinky drink. Whatever it is you got. So check this out. Here's what we got now. So we're going to start with the outline of her body. And I'm going to simplify this a little bit on the inside. It's not going to look all crazy like this. Yours is not. The outlines and stuff. We're almost done with the body. Okay? On the outside, we're going to start with the left side of her body. Right here, where the crook of her mouth and her jawline kind of meet. The little corner, you're going to come up a little bit. Right here. Watch me do it first. Giving her a little fur as we go down. And everybody's Bessie is going to be a different size. Some of you are going to have a thick Bessie. Some of you are going to have a little thin Bessie. Maybe she doesn't eat a lot. Maybe, she works out a lot. All up to you guys. It's your Bessie. Please don't worry about making her look just like mine. Once again, I like to repeat that because people forget that. So that's the outside of her body there. We're going to come over to the right side. Right over here. where the lips meet, where her lips are, right here. Right there, all you're going to do is come over, same thing. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, folks. Watch what I do and try to mimic it. And again, if yours looks a little different, not to worry. Not to worry. We're almost there. This is the hardest part, other than the flowers. Don't stress about the flowers. Those are going to be easy too. All right, here we go. Here we go. Right here, last part of it, folks. Right here, where her chin, right where the little chin is, right above, right here. Gonna come down. Come down again. Watch me do it in Sharpie in a moment. There we go, like that. Left side, right here. This time we're going a little bit higher, not on the lip or not on the chin, but a little bit higher, right above her lip. Okay, here, right here. So here's her lip, right here. Bam. Outline it. Easy, folks. Easy. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Again, simply watch what I do, and then you go for it. Okay? So, for now, we're going to leave this as is. I know that I've got some other designs in here on the inside. I don't want you guys worried about all this just yet. It's a lot of drawing, so I want you guys to take a little time to relax. This is optional. We'll add this in. When I start to paint this, this is going to be white in here. If you want, and I'll talk about this as we go along this, get to this point. When we get to this point, you can add this in here if you want, but it's not necessary. Okay. Also, these little lines right here, this one, and this one, we're not worried about those. Those can be added later. Okay. All I wanted was to have the general outline and shape of Miss Bessie. So Bessie the Bull, yes, Helen, Bessie the Bull. All right, let's see. Sophia Murillo says cheers. Jennifer Lopez, hussa. Don't forget your hussas throughout, guys. Yeah, don't be stressing. Don't be stressing. I want you guys to have fun. And then remember, if you guys, let's say for whatever reason, when you're all done, you look at your Bessie and you're like, I'm not too happy with Bessie. Or maybe you just want to go and try it again. The video is going to stay up. You're welcome to come back and do it whenever you want, okay? So please don't stress out. I want you guys all to finish with me. I want you guys all to stay till the end. So everybody, though, I'm going to give you guys about a minute and a half to kind of get caught up, and we're ready to go, okay? We're ready to go into the painting part of this. I'm going to be doing a little prep in the background with my paints and stuff, getting them ready to go while you guys sit there catching up, okay? Ask your questions. I'm looking over at the screen, so if there's any questions that come up, I can answer them. I can respond to them. Also, if you guys want, I see that the picture is a little too close to the camera. Let me back it up a little bit. Okay. There we go. If you guys have questions, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to on my phone. I'm jumping over to the live feed so I can see your questions a little bit better than on my laptop. Got my laptop over to the side, and when I look over, I can see what's happening, but sometimes it's easier on my phone. All right. I've got to lower the volume there a bit. Okay. Got getting the paints over here already. Nice and situated. If you guys see me coming around. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? For all of you guys that are joining me right now, I'm just going to give you a bunch of hearts. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here with me today. So all those little hearts are for you. For all of you joining me today. Looks like there's about 57 devices watching currently, which means, who knows, maybe we got 100 of you out there or more painting along. That's pretty dang cool. It depends on how many groups of you are, or how many are in your group. So most definitely my thanks to you guys. My big thanks to you guys for joining me. And again, don't forget, I'm doing these regularly. Check out the calendar that I just posted this morning. We've got the next 2 events up and the dates. I'm going to be adding at least 1 more event to the month. So be on the lookout for that. And then in September, I am doing a Paint Your Pet event. I'm going to be charging for that one because that one is pretty involved. I'm going to have you guys send me pictures of your pets. I make a, whoops, I'm adjusting the camera. I make a sketch of your pet. Whoops. Sorry guys, all the wiggling around in the camera here. I just need to adjust it. I make a sketch of your pet for you guys to use as a cutout. I send that back to you guys. There's going to be a couple of options. I could even actually draw out your pet on a canvas and ship that to you. So more details later, but I'm going to be having a big Paint Your Pet event and probably no earlier than the middle of September, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also starting a kids camp in September, a kids art camp. So be on the lookout for that. I know a whole bunch of kids aren't going back to school, at least not, not physically. It's going to be online stuff, so be on the lookout for that. But all right, everybody, give yourselves a really big applause because you guys all got here. You made it here. Woo! All right, everybody. Nice big hand because you guys made it to this part. Now the easy part comes in. Painting. I got my paints right here. First thing that we're going to be doing. So get that ready, folks. Get your paints ready. I want to describe this really quick. What's up, Chelsea? How are you? Thank you for joining today. We're gonna be painting the background first. So whatever color you're gonna be using for that background, I want you to get that ready. Okay? I'm gonna be using teal for mine, and we're gonna paint that first. We're gonna go all the way around the outside of Bessie's body. Okay? So we've got about a minute or 2 to get that ready. Okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be starting. I'm gonna be using this 1-inch brush to do most around her head first. I'll explain it in a bit, but I'm going to be starting with this 1-inch brush. Let me get some water. I got to fill up my cup with water. Again, if it's your first time painting with acrylic paints, you want to have some water in your cup so that you can leave your brushes floating in there, or keep them wet. They don't dry out on you. Okay, so get some water, put it in your cup. All right, everybody, moving on. Here we go. Paper towels. Very important to this step. You want to have some paper towels handy. First thing I'm going to do, taking my big brush, my 1-inch brush, I had it in the cup with water. I just want to make sure I don't have any, I have very little water in it. I don't want there to be drips. Okay? I'm going to come right over to my paint that I'm going to be using for the background. Here's what I'm going to do. Look, watch how I do my brush strokes. All I'm going to do first is outline the outside of Miss Bessie's body. Okay? Every time I say Bessie, what time is it? Time to take a little drink. Okay? Again, take it easy. Nothing crazy. I want you guys hanging with me till the end. Okay? So all I'm doing is outlining her body. And if I happen to cross into her body a little bit, go over the outline, no big deal. Okay, work quickly on this. You don't have to don't take your time too much on this step. It's nothing fancy. You'll see what I'm doing here in a moment. But you want to go through and outline everything around her body first. And then we're going to use either a bigger brush to fill the rest of the canvas in. I'm going to turn it a little bit towards me. So again, all you're doing is outlining the body. Just like that. Okay. Her ears, outline the outside of her ears, both top and bottom. When you guys go around the top, all you're gonna do is this, like, just like this. Go outside that pencil mark above her forehead. Remember, there's gonna be flowers right in here, right? So that's not too crucial. Let me know if my music's too loud. I don't know how well you guys can hear it. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble. Facebook music Nazis and their copyright nonsense. Okay. Once I've done this, I'm all the way around her body. I'm gonna quickly watch how I do this. Again, mimic my brush strokes. Okay. This doesn't have to be too thick, but it can be, up to you. And I can do this in different directions. Like this. Short brush strokes, quick brush strokes in different directions. This brushing on the paint in varying directions creates a pretty cool little background effect. However, if you guys want, you guys can use an up and down or left and right motion. Up to you guys. This also does kind of speed up the process of it by doing it this way. If you're trying to use really straight, either horizontal or vertical lines, it can be a little more tedious because you're trying to get really straight lines. This way, you fill up your canvas a lot more quickly, right? So you want to do this everywhere around her, around the outside of her body. Again, if you're new to acrylic paints, they dry really quickly. Acrylic paint dries pretty fast. I got a little fan going in the background. It's pretty hot out here in Southern California right now. I don't know, I think it's over 100, or maybe I'm exaggerating, I'm not sure. But it's pretty hot. It's been a hot week. So in order for me not to fry in here, along with my air conditioner, I turn on the fan. So the fan helps my paint dry a lot more quickly. But even without the fan, it'll dry pretty fast. So again, everywhere around Ms. Bessie's body, everywhere, all the way around. Whatever color you're using is just fine. Maybe you're painting it to match like your bedroom or your kitchen. You put Ms. Bessie in your kitchen, your bathroom, wherever, your closet, your garage. So all the way around. Now watch what I do. I like to paint my edges. Or the sides of my canvas. If you guys are painting on a canvas, some of you might not be painting on a canvas, I recognize that. You want to do your edges though. Or you don't have to, it's an option. But painting your edges creates a really cool little effect if you hang it up. The edges don't look stark white. And some people like it stark white. Some people don't like to paint their edges. That's okay, like I said. I like to, but all I'm going to do is go all the way around with my paint. Don't worry about painting this bottom part. If you're on an easel, if you got your painting on an easel, don't paint the bottom. In other words, the bottom edge down here, down here. Okay, you're going to leave that for last. If you're painting on a table or another surface, then go ahead and do that bottom edge, and then also do the top part. If you're working with an easel, your easel should have a little neck like this one does that you can kind of do this, raise it up, and go like that. Alright? So who's having fun so far? Who's having fun? Give me some thumbs up. Actually, give me some love. Give me some hearts. If you're having fun, give me some hearts. Light it up. Light up the feed with hearts. I want to see those hearts blowing up my screen. Whoa. Whoa. You guys see that? I'm getting a little too excited, a little too exuberant over here. And it's not even my drinky drink over here that's causing that. Like I said, live versions. The joy of doing live versions. Thank you. I'm seeing hearts and thumbs up coming up. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, don't forget, folks, your edges, right? You want to do your edges. Unless you purposefully want to leave them. Just, if you want to do your edges like this, all the way up and down. Actually, I'm going to do it right here where the ear is too. Sometimes I'll bring whatever's on the front here that touches the side of the canvas, I'll wrap it around. in this case, I'm just going to go and color it all the way up and down. All right. It sounds like you guys are having fun. Me too. Believe me when I tell you, me too. I miss, I think I've done, when I was doing the art events, the in-person events, I started about 3.5 years ago. And I don't know, I probably did something like 250 events over the past 3.5 years, mostly on the weekends, but a lot of them were during the week, you know, it just depended. But man, they're a lot of fun, and I missed all the interaction of the live stuff. It's pretty cool. But this is a pretty cool way to do it also. I get to talk to people and stuff. So this color that I'm using right now is teal, okay? This is a teal color. It already comes pre-mixed. This is from, I get this one at Hobby Lobby. It's Fine Touch acrylic paint. It's $8.99. It's pretty decent paint, lasts a long time. But if you get one of those coupons for 40% off, you know, it's a pretty decent deal. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the paints that I use this. This is a common paint that I use, common brand. Fine Touch. The Fine Touch is what it's called, the Fine Touch. And then, give me 1 second. I don't want to knock my lights and stuff over. But then the other brand that I use this one a lot more than anything else. This one is Artist Loft paint from Michaels. And these things here, it's a liter. It's actually 1 quart. Almost a liter, 1 quart. Sells for $9.99, but when you get one of those coupons for 40% off, it's a really good deal. So this is the one that these brands here are the 2 main brands that I use for my paintings like this. But Artist Loft is the one that I use the most. And again, that color that I'm using for the background is teal from the Fine Touch. But all right, everybody. So you guys should all be about where I am right now. Give me some thumbs up, letting me know that you're ready for the next step. All right, I'm seeing some thumbs up come up. All right, let's see. Jennifer Lopez says, my Bessie looks shaggy. That's all right. Shaggy Bessie's okay. You got it, Chelsea. My pleasure. Thank you for joining in. Awesome. All right. Here we go. Okay. We're going to start painting on the inside of Bessie. I'm going to be taking my brush. Remember, I'm not using a brush. Whatever brush I'm not using goes right back into the cup. Keeps it from drying. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the mixture. I'm going to make the mixture that I'm going to use for this part, for all of these parts, the main brown part of her body. Okay, it's a brown that I mixed with some yellow to kind of make it a little bit more of a golden brown. Okay, if you have golden brown, that's all you're going to use. No big deal. Use your golden brown. But again, I mixed a little bit of brown with a little bit of yellow to get this kind of gold brown color. I'm going to mix a little bit of that now. I've got this. It's about a 3/4 inch brush that I'm going to use for this step. Whatever you got is fine. If you only got a few brushes and you have to reuse a brush, clean up. Let's say you have to reuse the brush you were just using a moment ago. Clean it up in your water. Clean it up really quickly. You don't need to do anything fancy with it. Simply clean it up in your water cup. Swirl it around inside. Use a paper towel to remove some excess paint, and use that. Okay. But I got some brown right here. I got some brown that I'm going to bring over to a mix plate. Remember, I told you we're going to be mixing some colors. So I got some brown, brought it over there. Got a bunch of yellow. Getting a bunch of yellow and bringing that over too. Okay, so I got yellow and brown on my mix plate. Watch what I do here. I'm mixing the two together. They don't have to be completely mixed or blended. I can leave it a little bit streaky where I can see both shades of yellow and brown in there. All right, so it looks almost like an ice cream, a swirl ice cream or something like that. Once I've got the color that I want, and this is pretty close to what I want, I'm going to come in and start filling in the inside of Bessie's body. I'm just going to do all this in here on the sides. I'm not doing the inside here. So I'm not painting anything in here right now, just the two sides. Okay? And just be careful with your edges, just like with a coloring book. You want to stay on the inside of your lines. If you happen to go outside a little bit, not the end of the world. You're going to be able to fix that. So all I'm doing right now is adding this base coat of paint. Just like that. And I know there's a lot of talking going on a little bit. I talk a lot. You know, for some of you that are working a little bit more quickly, I like to give the others that are a little bit slower or newer time to catch up. Right? There's a lot of you painting. So bear with me. Hopefully you guys aren't going, man, it's taking forever. But it is part of how this works. Got to give everybody a chance to kind of catch up. Okay? So there's one side of her body. And then right on over to the other side. Right, we stay inside the lines. All the way down. Do I have any first-time painters ever on here? Maybe some of you that have never, maybe when you were little kids or something you painted, right, like in school. But do I have anybody that's, as an adult, has never painted before? Just curious. I know I got a lot of newer people that maybe painted a couple times. I'm just curious if some of you have never ever painted before. Awesome, Tracy. Awesome, Adriana. Cool. Beautiful. So here's Bessie's body, right? Painted the inside of her body. Okay. Later on, I can come in and add highlights and things like that. You guys can see the paint is a little transparent right now. Don't worry too much about that. Just get a solid base or a solid coat of paint on that on both segments, okay? Good, Brianna. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I like to hear the feedback. Awesome. So don't worry about all this in here. Just make sure you have brown throughout, right? It's a little bit see-through in some spots. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, you shouldn't either. Once you've done that, you're going to come in and do the ears. You're going to do the ears all one solid color. There are other colors in here that we're going to add as little highlights. But for now, all you want is one solid color. Okay, we're going to do both ears. How's my music, folks? Is it too loud? Do I need to lower it down a little bit? Well, one of my studio lights just dipped right now. I thought it was going to fall to the ground. If anything happens, folks, little accidents back here, don't mind me. Just keep painting. I'll fix whatever happens. Sometimes I have a light that goes out. Gets a little dark in here. It's all good. All right. Once you do the ears, and don't just watch for a second, folks. If you're not up to this part where I am now, just watch what I do, and then so you can kind of see where I am, right? When you go around, you can actually cover the part with the lids, her eyelids, as long as you can see them through the paint. You can cover that up a little bit. Just don't cover up the eye, right? You want to be able to see the eye, so don't cover that. Also, don't cover, if you're going to be doing white in here, in the middle of her head, don't cover that. Again, this is the first coat of this brown that I'm using. Later on, we're going to come and add a few little highlights and things like that, things to kind of vary the color in her face, her coat a little bit. Right now, all you really want to be concerned with is adding a complete coat of this brown wherever you're gonna have brown on Miss Bessie. Okay. So again, if you cover up her eyelids, as long as you can still see them through the paint, you're good. It's not a crucial part that you have to completely see. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys catch up here. You guys owe me a little drinky drink. I think I've said the name a couple times. So we're going to got to take care of that right now. But just keep working. Keep working, fill in this Bessie. Okay, good. What's up, Veronica? What's up, Jeff? What's going on? Hi, Carol. Awesome, Adriana. Adriana, wait, that's your son's first time, not yours. Wait, I looked at the name again. Well, wait a minute. Adriana, you've painted with us before. But your son's first time. Awesome. Tell him I said hi. Well, he can hear me. Hi to both of you guys. While you guys are all catching up right here, I want to talk about the raffle. I'm going to be doing a raffle. Basically, here are the rules to the raffle. I'll tell you what you're going to win here in a little bit. The rules to the raffle. When you're all done with your painting, you got the cutoff of midnight tonight. Okay? Cutoff midnight tonight. First thing I want to say. When you're done with your painting today, post it on your Facebook and or Instagram. I prefer Facebook because right now we're doing all the lives on Facebook, although eventually I plan on doing some on Instagram. Share your painting. Tag my page, Painting with Jesse. You actually have to tag it, okay? Mention the name, you tag it, you say at Painting with Jesse, and it should light up where you can then click on the name on the name of the page, and it should show up on your feed with the picture. As long as you guys like the page already, it'll allow you to tag it. Okay, so you're going to post your picture, your painting. You could be holding it, you could be just the painting by itself, whatever, as long as the painting's in there. You tag the page, and you say something nice about your experience today. Hey, Painting with Jesse did this live event. Look at my cow. Isn't she awesome? Such a fun event. Whatever nice thing you want to say about it. And then message Painting with Jesse. You got to send me a message so I don't miss it. I don't know what happens with Facebook, but I don't get all the notifications, and I've seen it a million times. Somebody shares the page, says something, mentions it, whatever, and I don't see the notification. Or sometimes I'll see the notification 2-3 days later. So after you share the picture and you tag me, make sure you send me a message here at Painting with Jesse so that I can put your name down. At some point by, let's say, the end of Monday, I don't know that I'll get a chance to do it by tomorrow, but I will try. I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing where I pull a name, and somebody's going to win one of my paintings. I'll show you here in a moment what the options are. You're going to have a couple of options, maybe 2-3 options I'll pull here from some of the paintings that I have in here, okay? So, okay, I'll repeat that in a little while, but just so you guys are ready for that, okay? You're not doing it now. You'll be doing it after you're done painting. All right, everybody. All right. So you guys are all right here with me now. We're moving on to the next step. Switching brushes. Whatever you guys have that looks kind of like this. This is about a 1/2-inch brush. I've got this pink right here. It's a little dried now, a little bit, because it's been sitting on my palette. It's a thicker paint, and it dries a little bit faster than the other ones. But that's okay. If this happens to you and you have kind of semi-dry paint, you can always take your brush, dip it into your water cup, bring a little water over, and then mix that water with the paint. As long as you don't have any runny paint, okay? You want to make sure that when you add a little bit of water to your paint, that you don't make the paint runny. You don't want runny paint, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to come in here and paint the inside of Miss Bessie's nose. Oh, I don't think I did a little cheers a moment ago. You guys owe me a little sip. Okay, so all I'm doing is coming in here, filling this in, top and bottom. Just like that. And there's different shades in her nose that we're going to be adding in a little while. But for now, that's all you need. Okay, and then secondly, you're going to take the same pink or whatever color you're going to be using. You're just going to come in here, right above her eye. I'll give her a little eyeshadow. Okay, little eyeshadow. Of course, this is optional. You don't have to do it to yours. Or whatever, or like I said, you can use a different color. Everything on here is optional, folks. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I like to mention that at the beginning. You can make your paintings with me whatever color you want. It's your painting, and I want you guys happy with whatever you make. Everything, the flowers, the colors, the shape, everything you do on yours is up to you. Okay, so if you want to change something up, I'm not gonna be mad at you when you send it over to me. Send pictures over to me. I like when people get creative and change things up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Whatever changes you want to make to yours, if you want yours with green eyes, gold eyes, blue eyes, black eyes, whatever the heck, right? That's what I'm talking about the inside of the eyes, right? You can make yours with different colored eyes. Maybe yours is black and white. Maybe yours is black and brown. Maybe yours is a pink cow. I'm seeing that pink cows are have been a thing for a little while. I'm not sure, but what that's about. But pink cows, where instead of brown, people put in pink colors on the cows. So anyway, all right. So a little eyeshadow if you're going to be adding eyeshadow to yours. Okay, there we go. And then let's see. I think that's it for the pink for now. Okay, so we didn't need a whole lot. I'm going to take my brush, put it back into my water cup. I'm going to give you guys a minute to catch up to that, okay? And I'm going to take a look at your messages. Oh, first, before I forget, some of you guys owe me a little something here. Cheers, everybody. Thank you once again for joining me. Hope everybody's having a good time. I know that I am. Salud. Also, don't forget to check out the channel. Check out the calendar. The calendar of future events is up. Okay, top of the page. Should be at the top of the page on my here on the Painting with Jesse Facebook page. If you go right to the top, you'll see it. Gonna give you guys a moment to catch up. I'm gonna be looking at our options for the drawing. I like that, Helene. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Adriana, awesome. Tracy Marvin says, first time here with my 3 daughters. Awesome, Tracy. We'll hope you come back. Hope you come back and paint again. Brianna Marie says, it's my first time. I like the speed of this though. Awesome, awesome. Okay, good. Let's see. Who else? Celine, awesome. Kauser says he can hear the music. Let me, I need to lower just a little touch. Also have to remind myself to look at my screen on my camera, because oftentimes I'll get a, when Facebook is about to stop the feed, I'll get a little message. Okay, guys. So you should all be right about right here, right? Should all be about right here. I'm going to give you guys an option really quick. For those of you that want to add this little detail down in here. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and draw this in. You don't have to. Your entire section right here could be all white. Okay? Hussa! Wonder, that's right. Hussa. Ariel says, my car looks like a collie. Oh, your cow looks like a cow. Like a collie. Okay, you got it. It's all right. Then you're painting a cow, a collie. Ariel, nothing wrong with that. You're painting a collie. Okay. So I'm going to add these little sections right here, and I'm going to draw them in first. This is optional. You don't have to do this. All of this on your cow could be white, but I'm going to go ahead and do this here. So from right here. So we're talking. Here's the bottom of her lip, right? Her chin's right in here. From right here, I'm just going to come right on over. Comes up, little markings on our Miss Bessie. Comes up and over. Let me go ahead and use my marker with that. You don't have to outline this with your the marker. Up to you. Give me one sec. Let me get my marker back over here. Forgot. Whoops, wrong side. Bear with me, folks. Don't know what I. There it is. Okay, there's one side. I'll come over here and do the same thing. There we go, just like that. Okay. Once you've got these two little kind of, they're almost weird shaped, little abstract markings, I'm going to take a little bit of brown. If you don't have all, if you already have a little brown on your mixed plate that's still wet, take a little bit, and then you can add a little touch of black. You don't need a lot of paint for this. Little tiny bit of brown, little tiny bit of black, and then maybe even a little tiny bit of white. Okay, a touch of white. So a little black, a little brown, a little bit of white. Don't need a lot. And then come in here and just kind of give Miss Bessie a little change up in the color. Actually, add a little bit of yellow to the mix too. So black, brown, just a little bit of black, brown, some white, and a little touch of yellow. Come over to the other side and do the same thing. So this little part of her markings for my painting is going to be a little lighter than that brown on the outside. It's a different color brown, let's say. So brown, a little bit of black, a little bit of white, and a little bit of yellow. And it doesn't all have to be uniform color. It can be a little spotty, a little different shades of this throughout. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Cool. Bricia says, my first time here with my 7-year-old daughter and 10-year-old son. They are loving it. Thanks. They are super proud of what they are doing. Awesome. I love to hear that. That is music to my ears. Absolutely my pleasure. What are their names, Bricia? Just adding a little bit of yellow in there just to mix things up a little bit. Change things up a little bit. right. There we go. Okay. Once you've got this in place, you're going to take a little bit of white. Right now we're only using white for this next step. And I'm using the same brush, so I'm going to clean it up a little bit. So here's how I clean a brush with acrylic paint. Yes, my water's dirty now. It's a different color, right? But it's diluted paint that's in the water, so it's no big deal. ZELLE and ZELLE, is that right? ZELLE? ZELLE is right. ZELLE. I believe that's right. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Well, hello, girls. Hello, ZELLE, and hello, ZELLE. Maybe said I have a 10-year-old boy and a 7-year-old daughter. Hi, guys. Welcome. Glad you're painting along. Hope you're having fun. ZELLE. That's what it sounds like. ZELLE. But okay, cool. We got some white. Just taking pure white right here. I'm not adding anything to it. Not at the moment. All I'm going to do is this. Later on, I'll come in and add a little bit of maybe a slightly gray shade of white. But for now, this is all we're going to do. Nessa says, painting with my 11-year-old Lola. Hi, Lola. Awesome. Hi, Lola. Welcome, ladies. Glad you're joining us today. So all I'm doing with this is adding a coat of this white paint all the way around. If for whatever reason you guys don't get to finish with me because maybe it's a little longer than expected, etc. Like I mentioned earlier, just so you guys didn't miss it, the video is going to stay up and it'll also be up on my YouTube. Okay? I repeat it because I know sometimes, you guys are doing stuff, maybe step away from your device that you're watching this on, and you don't get to hear it all. Okay? So there we go. All the way around. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a little touch of black. Really small, little tiny bit of black. Like almost no black. Okay? And I'm going to take some white and we create a really light version. It's almost just a slight shade of gray, and it's a little mixed in. Okay, it's all mixed together. Sorry, it's not super blended, not completely blended. Now watch out what I do here. All I'm doing is coming in like this, sending little streaks. Miss Bessie's coat isn't completely white in my case. If you want yours to be completely white, it's okay. I'm just adding a few little brush strokes of this grayish color just to offset the white a little bit. Okay, and we'll do that all the way around like this. Okay, all the way around. There we go. So, Adriana, I just mixed a little tiny bit of black with white to create a really light gray. Okay, so a little tiny bit of white. This is a really light gray color. And all I'm coming in just adding a little bit here and there throughout Bessie's face on her white markings. So I'll do the same. I'll do that there. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to come in and add a little bit of brown to this color to do this down in here. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a chance to catch up to this while I get my paintings for the raffle ready, okay? Sorry about that. Almost knocked over my painting. Prachi says, I am having fun. Awesome. All right, Lilia. I'm making different personality Bessies. Awesome. That's right. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right. Let me see. All right, everyone. So take a look at the screen, please, because I'm going to give you the options for the raffle. Okay? Whoever's name I pull, or whoever shares your painting with my, here are the rules. Once again, midnight tonight is the cutoff. When you're done with your painting, at some point before midnight, you share it to your page, to your Facebook page. You tag Painting with Jesse. Okay. You say something nice. You share your painting. You tag my page and you say something nice about the page. Hey, I painted with Jesse today. It was so much fun. Blah blah. Whatever the heck you guys want to say. All right. You then message me via Messenger here on Facebook. Hey Jesse, I shared your page. That way I can go look. Even though you share my page and Facebook usually sends me notifications, it doesn't always. So I don't see a lot of them. So part of the rule is that you guys have to message me. I mean, sometimes I'll catch them. I'll go look by chance. They show up on my feed or whatever, but I often will miss them. So to make it easier on you guys and on me to be able to see whoever shares it, please message me. Don't forget that part. Okay, if you don't message me, I might miss you, and I can't enter you into the contest. Okay, option number 1. So whoever's name I pull out of the cup when I do the drawing, and again I'm going to be doing it by the end of Monday. This is option number 1. Okay, a little park bench with flowers. That little lamppost glowing in the background. Maybe there's a little rain. It's a little rainy night, so you got water on the sidewalk. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2, and I know some of you already painted this with me a few weeks ago when we did this. This here's an option. Okay, cool little sunset. Maybe it's an island. Maybe it's, you're in the middle of an island, just staring out, looking at the sunset, watching little birds flying around. Okay. This one here coming up is a little bit of an interesting one. I did this one for a paint party. It was a custom paint party event that I did a couple of years ago for a bachelorette. Anyway, some of you might be interested in this, I know. And it's kind of maybe a little bit of a different painting, but got a little roaring 20s girl, with the little chandelier in the upper right-hand corner. Why is there a chandelier? Because that's what they wanted me to do for the event. It's customized. So anyway, that's an option also. Okay. And then I know we got some kids painting. So for the kids, we got a little shark. This is what we did last week. A little shark. A little shark painting or a little mermaid painting. They go together. Actually, they kind of go together here. These aren't the ones I would be sending you. Whichever one you decided on, but they're like this. Okay, so here's a little mermaid. This is actually the one that I did last week. This is actually the one that I painted last week. Okay, or the shark. Okay, a little glittery shark. Okay, so again, those are the options, and I'll talk about it again toward the end of the event. I'll bring it up again. I'll talk about the rules. But there you have it. Okay, there you have it. All right, everybody, moving on. So we're going to paint this in here on the inside. A little bit of white. It's a similar color to what we just used, but I'm going to use a little bit more white in it. Sorry, a little bit more of this brown and black mixture. So a little tiny bit of brown, a little bit of white. I want it swirly. I want it kind of swirly. I want to be able to see. So more white than anything else. A little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this. I want it a little bit lighter than that. Make it a little lighter. Oh, and when I send that to you, so I'll mail that to you. Whoever wins it, got to be in the United States somewhere. I will mail it to you. Okay, I will mail it to you. Jocelyn Mazariegos won it last week. And Jocelyn, if you're on here, I haven't seen you pop on, but if you're on here, I haven't shipped it yet. I will be sending it to you by Monday. I apologize, things have just been a little hectic, but I'll get that out ASAP. I might even be able to actually tomorrow, probably everything's closed, but I will get that out to you. Okay, congratulations to you. But anyway, shipping, I cover shipping on that too. Okay, so I will ship it to you as long as you're anywhere within the United States. It takes I think about 3 days to get to you. I've done a couple already, raffles in the past, and that's about how long they get there. Moving on. That's right, Ariel. Moving on. So right in here, folks, we're just adding all this white in here, white mixed with the black and brown. Okay, and then a little bit later, I'll probably come back in here and lighten that up a little bit more. And I'll also be adding some darker elements in here to change it up. And look, folks, look at the original. The outlines, we're going to be outlining all this in black. So that really starts to make things stand out, okay? And here pretty soon, we're going to be talking about flowers. Not quite just yet, but pretty soon. I'll let you guys get caught up with that. In a moment, we're going to be adding black to the inside of our eyes.
The two most common reasons people notice.
Sorry, trying to adjust my volume over here. I was trying to see if I can turn up my music, but probably not. Okay, so our eyes. We're switching over to a smaller brush. Slightly smaller. I'm actually going to use one of my little liner brushes. It's those small, skinny ones. You don't have to use anything this small. It can be a little bit bigger than this. But we're going to fill in the inside of the eyes, okay? And the reason why we want to use a smaller brush is because we want to, the smaller the area that we're painting, the smaller the brush, it gives us a little bit more control. So most of the, watch what I do here, most of the eye is going to be black on the inside. Let me do this first and I'll explain what I did in a moment. Okay, so I fill this in. Wait till I explain it before you start to fill this in. So on the inside of her eye, I left the left outside white. Okay, this part here, this white part that you see over here, it's just that I didn't add any brown paint to it. But I'm going to have brown paint all the way around here. The only part that's left white is this is the whites of her eyes over here. Okay? All this other part, let me go ahead and fix it now so that there's less confusion. Hold on one second. One moment. So come in and so again, so there's no confusion. I'm just coming in and coloring in around the rest of her eyes. But when you do this step, leave the left edge of her eyeball white. Okay? Same thing with the other eye. Whoops. Okay, same thing with the other eye. So you even do a little line like this. Go down and then fill the rest of it in. Doesn't have to be that much, a little sliver where you can see the edge of her eyeball, the edge of the white of her eyes on the right hand side. Something like that. Once you've done that, go ahead and fill in the inside of her nose. All right, everyone. So check this out. I want to go ahead and start outlining some of the cow, some of these areas that we outlined in Sharpie. We're going to use this little liner brush to do this. So take a little bit of paint. I dip my brush in the water a couple of times. We don't need a lot of paint for this. But you do want to have some water in the paint because it's going to make this work a lot easier, this step. So we're going through here and making sure there's plenty of paint on there, but not so that it's running. You do not want running paint. A test for this is you hold up your plate like this. If the paint is running, then you've got too much water in there, okay? But you do want to, and then a test, you do this. As long as your paint goes onto the plate nice and easy, like that, that's what you want. So again, black paint and a little bit of water. Okay, once you've done that a couple of times, we're going to work on this together. We're going to start doing some outlining. Okay, so here, I know that you've already outlined it in your Sharpie, but using the brush makes it a lot nicer. Okay, you don't have to outline every single bit of your Bessie, but you do want to outline most of it. Okay, and you want to give her maybe a little bit of fur, some of that little hair. Maybe it look like she's. I know cows' hide is like, or their hair is a little bit short, not like it sticks out a lot, but you know, maybe a little bit here and there. So just outlining all around the outside for now. Okay. I'm going to go and do the face from up in here, making her look a little bit a little furry. Okay. Just like that. Okay, I want to do both sides. I'm going to do both sides, and I'm going to let you guys catch up on this. Okay. And you guys can all see where the brown's all kind of spotty. It's not even. We're going to come in and fix that here in a little bit, okay? But right now we're outlining. Keep outlining. Easy. Remember to whoosah, everybody. Whoosah. Okay. So moving on with our outlining. We're going to outline around right here. Come down. I'm using the very point of my brush. Okay. Watch what I do with my finger. If I want to stabilize my finger, or my hand, I just put it right onto the canvas where it's dry. The finger goes right there. I can also do this with my palm if I wanted to. Turn Bessie towards me a little bit. Make it a little easier. I'm gonna come on over like this. Other side, and then come down. Again, I'm outlining all of the areas that, or most of the areas that we did with the marker earlier. You know, it's going to make her stand out a bit. And if you want, you can mix a little brown with your black. Depending on the color that you're using, a little brown with the black will also help with the outlining process. Okay. Then that in here. Up. Remember, folks, don't give up. Don't give up on me. Stick around. Stick around. Now, So here's one thing that I'm noticing on this painting that I'm doing now. This part's a little higher than on the original. This right here, okay? So on the original, this one drops a little bit lower. This part, instead of this line being all the way up here, it's a little lower. We can fix that. You'll see here in a little bit. For those of you that have it like mine, there's a way to fix this. Almost anything in painting can be fixed. Okay? Almost anything that you do, even though we're working with acrylic paint, which is something that dries very quickly, almost anything and everything can be fixed. Okay? So I'll show you guys how to do that in a little while. Ears. We're going to go around the ears. My Bessie has a little bit of she has hairy ears. So I'm going to give her some little hair sticking out. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Remember, folks, don't overthink things. Nice and easy. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm doing. And if I'm going a little bit quickly, a little too fast for you, just let me know to slow it down. And I will. I know people like Ariel, a little impatient. But that's all right. Ariel's just, got that personality. Right, Ariel? Ariel's been painting with me for quite a while now. I've actually, we did her birthday a couple years ago. We did her mama's birthday the year after that. These were live paintings. And then they've joined me, her and her family, her mom, her sister, her friend Chelsea, their niece, and sometimes they bring other people along, which is pretty cool. They'll join me at some of the live events. So I know Chelsea. I mean, I know Ariel and Chelsea, of course. But anyway, I'm just telling you guys. She's a little impatient. But anyhow, let me know. Let me know what the speed is like. Jennifer Lopez says she's still outlining. Yeah. Yeah, your mom's right. Absolutely, more than a little impatient. What's up, Rebecca? What's going on? That's right, Roxana Barrera. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Hi, Kathy Barnes. Okay, so again, right now we're just working on outlining. I'm also going to come in here and do this in here. Now we want to go slow, but we don't want to go so slowly that you guys some of you get bored and like, okay, I'm out of here. You want to have kind of a happy little in between. So again, just outlining a bit. Since I've got a little bit of this black, I am going to come in here and outline this part in here too. Just a little bit of it. And right here. Again, look at my painting, look what I'm doing, and just try to match it. But don't stress about it. Don't try to make it exactly like mine. Again, everyone's is going to look a little bit different, and that's perfect. You want that. You don't want to. You want to make it unique. You want to make it your version of Bessie. And on that note, cheers, everybody. Erica Gomez says, trying to catch up. We had to move inside due to rain. Oh, wow. Where are you again, Erica? Where are you? Did you mention where you are? It's raining where you are, huh? I'm jealous. I'm a little jelly because it's a little hot today over here. This whole last week has been pretty hot. And I like hot on days that I'm going to go to the beach or something like that. But other than that, I would prefer a little rain. So right now my Bessie is looking more like a Bert. She's looking more like a Robert or a Bob. I don't know. But here's why. When I fix the snout a little bit, it's going to make a difference. Adding eyelashes is going to make a big difference. And adding the crown up overhead is going to make a big difference. Okay? So if yours is looking like mine, Actually, she's looking a little bit like a calf, like a baby cow, right? A little bit. But once we add the eyelashes and the other stuff, she's gonna start looking a little bit more more like Bessie. Ariel says, so I realized I'm a little extra impatient because I got mad that we haven't started the eyelashes yet. Well, Ariel, you're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. Those eyelashes come in a little bit towards the end, okay? Because we got to come in and do some painting, add a little more paint in here before we go to the eyelashes. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's what that is. Okay? So, on that note, give me some thumbs up if you guys are done with the outlining. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Sheila, yours looks like a pit bull, is that what your son said? That's hilarious. Hilarious. Erica Gomez, all right, Corpus Christi, Texas. Home of Selena. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. I do not hate you, Ariel, not at all. Let's see. Okay. All right, Priscilla, no worries. Good, Lilia, good. Lilia says her cow's turning out nice. Good. If you guys got anything remotely similar to what I got, you're fine. You're in business. Okay? Pretty soon here, and we're getting, you know, we're probably about 70%, 75% done maybe, other than with the flowers. We just got to add a few little things on the inside, and then we're in good shape. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to catch up on that outlining, and then we're going to fix this part. We're going to add another coat of brown, but we're also going to fix this part here for those of you that feel like yours needs it. Just to show you. Right? So this on the original isn't as high as this on this new one. So we're just gonna fix that just to give her a little bit more of a feminine look. Not necessary, just for those of you that, you know, that want to make that change. Sorry, I'm distracted trying to read some of the comments. Yes, Bricia, good question. Good question, and I actually missed it, so thank you. And every once in a while, I'll miss a step, folks. It just happens, right? It isn't because of my drinky drink. It's just because you know, I'm a little forgetful from time to time. So for the nose, I'm actually going to take a little bit of the brown. Okay, a little bit more brown than I did black, or maybe just. You know, you can simply just use brown if you want, and add a little bit of water to the brown, just like we did with the black. So a little bit of brown, a little bit of water, and then we outline the nose and the little lips. Want to outline the lips. But great question. Yes, guys. Yes, folks. Please don't forget to ask me questions. If you have a question about something, I am more than happy to see your questions come up. Real quick, I want to say hi, Marilyn. Hi, Zandra. I know you guys are painting with Ariel. Sorry for you. Feel a little sorry for you. Just kidding, Ariel. You know I'm just messing with you. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But definitely, you guys are super cool. Even Ariel. So, just a little outline all the way around. Okay, right around her nose or her little mouth. Okay. That should do it right there. And you can even take a little bit of this brown, a little bit, and go like right in between here. Right up in here, a little bit. Don't need a whole lot. Now watch, folks. When I'm talking about fixing this little part right here. Right in this little area that I feel needs to come down a little bit. All I'm going to do is Drop this down a little bit with the brown paint, just a bit, and then I'll come in with the black, and outline on the inside of that. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and add that little outline now. So like that. Okay. Just a slight change that makes a big difference, and that is what you'll find in drawing and painting. Little difference, little subtle changes is what makes a painting. I do portraits. I actually do paintings of people. I know a bunch of you that have followed me for a while already know that. And to create a portrait that's similar, that looks like the subject that you're painting, it's little tiny subtle changes throughout the process that eventually make it look like whatever it is that you're painting. A slight difference in where the eyes are set, a little too low, a little too high, a little too inwards, and it changes everything. It's all about little subtle things. So, but for those of you that are new, and for those of you that have been painting a little while, just letting you know that with time, you build up your skills with time. There's no way that you can't. But all right, everyone, moving on. I'm going to start picking up a little bit of speed here, just because I don't want to be painting till forever. We want to finish kind of a decent amount of time. We probably have about another hour and a half of painting left. So everybody just kind of do a little stretchy, a little husa. Take a little drink of your, whatever it is that you're drinking. You're going to take a little bit of brown. You're going to add more yellow this time. Okay, a little bit more yellow than you did the first time. We're going to be doing another coat of paint over the top of Bessie, all the brown parts. So brown and yellow primarily. Ran out of yellow, so I got to add a little bit more to my plate. And don't forget, folks, for those of you that are interested in doing some private Zoom sessions, let me know. Get your little group together. Maybe you're celebrating an anniversary or whatever. Wherever in the country you might be, or outside the country, let me know. And we'll set something up. So this time around, I did more yellow than I did originally because I want a lighter coat of this brown. Okay. And then for those of you that are they're interested in doing an in-person one, like I said, I'm starting to do those. As long as we follow some of the COVID protocols, I'm allowed to do it. I'm just coming over and adding this lighter coat of this brown. Not every single part of my Bessie is going to have this coat. Just certain spots. And you can pick yours. You can add this wherever you want. Up to you, but I'm just trying to create a little bit of a difference of this orange shading on her coat. Creates a little bit more of gives her a little more depth to her coat. It's not all one uniform color. Makes parts of her stand out a little bit more than others. So I'm just going to come over the top and come over here. And you guys notice I'm holding my brush nice and loose. It's not rigid. I'm not holding it way up in the front. This tends to be, I'll only hold it up in here if I really need to get some exact detail work. Otherwise, I hold it like this. This just helps me relax. The way you hold your brush will make a big difference in how much tension you hold as you're painting. And I'm serious about that. It's like something that I found out over time. How you hold your brush can add more tension to your body, and usually the more relaxed you are, the more likely you are to have fun, but also, surprisingly, you tend to create better paintings the more relaxed you are. Sounds a little bit like, you should be really stressed and like really concentrating, but it's not necessarily the case. And I don't know how many groups of people I've had painting with me now. I don't know, maybe a couple thousand? I don't know. I have no idea how many people have painted with me, but usually the more relaxed people tend to create the better paintings because for those same reasons. So again, I'm just adding this lighter shade of this brown throughout. You can even add a little more yellow here and there just to make different parts stand out. Play with it a little bit. Okay. Just remember, Husa. Right, Wonder, if you're still painting with us, Husa. All right, I'm digging it. We got a little bit more paint in the ear area of Ms. Bessie. This can be whatever color you want, a little darker, a little lighter, whatever. Just creating different shades of this brown on the inside. There we go. Again, folks, don't overthink the process. No need to overthink anything. Okay. Primary goal, have a good time. Seriously, that is the first goal. Have a good time. Secondary is you have a fun time with the painting itself. Okay. Third should be somewhere where you're trying to create something that you really like. And I say that should be last on that list because usually if you got the first steps down, you're going to relax a little bit more. And it's very likely or more likely that you're going to be creating something nice. Okay? So, all right. Miss Bessie is taking shape. Ariel, so you're saying that my mom's and Chelsea's and my paintings are bad. No, you guys are actually quite good artists. So no, I would never say that because you guys are actually pretty dang awesome. Could be because you guys have been painting with me for a while, but I think part of it is that you're naturally talented. And I say that every time I see you guys, so you know. But anyway, folks, all right. So we're almost ready to start adding some eyelashes. We're going to be adding little whites in the pupils. Yeah, we're almost there. We're going to add a little bit more pink inside the nose. Please mention it in the comments if I'm forgetting anything. Of course, we're going to have the flowers that we're going to be adding here pretty soon, so hopefully you guys are ready for those. Yeah, Ariel, that's right. You guys do stress about it a bit. You're right. You're right. You do stress. But, you know, you guys are pretty talented, so they come out quite nice, despite the fact that you guys stress. So, eyelashes. Actually, before we do the little eyelashes, take your little tiny brush, one of your little skinny brushes. If it's got paint on it, clean it up. Whatever paint color you had before, unless it's white, clean it up. Clean it up a little bit. Use your paper towel to wipe off any excess paint. Okay. Take a little bit of white. Don't forget, folks. More details here with the raffle coming soon. I'll repeat them. I'll repeat the rules. I'm gonna take a little bit of white right up in here on her right eye. I'm gonna give her a little pupil. Now she's gonna start lighting up. Little pupil over here too. If you give her a pupil somewhere where you don't like, simply wipe it off. You can take a little paper towel like this, dab it. You can wipe it off. You can even wet the towel a little tiny bit, just a little bit of water on your paper towel, and you can do this, and it'll take it off. Okay, but when you add your little pupils, the reflections in the eyeballs, Bessie is going to start looking like, she's lighting up. Also, maybe touch up the areas on the sides of her eyes a little bit, just a little bit. If you feel you need to add more, you need to be able to see more of the whites of her eyes. Up to you, a little bit. Before I do this next step with the eyelashes, I'm going to add a little bit more pink. A little bit more pink above her eyes. Don't give up, folks. Don't give up. I say that because every once in a while I'd say something's like, oh, mine's not turning out, I'm done. Don't give up. I would say go through the entire process. And you will learn. You will learn. You're forcing your brain to adapt. Just taking a little bit of pink and just adding a little bit more eyeshadow. So your eyelashes, whatever color you want, black, purple, blue, whatever color you've got handy, you can use for your eyelashes. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and use black. Purple would probably look really cool. Or maybe even and you can kind of create a little bit of a purple by mixing black and the pink. If you don't have blue. If you have blue, if you had a blue and red, you can mix those two together and make purple. Otherwise, you can make a little bit of a kind of a purple color by mixing that pink and black. Okay, it's not going to be exactly purple, but it's going to look somewhat purple. So little tiny brush. The smaller, the skinnier brush you've got, the better. Okay, and then I'm going to start at the top. Watch what I do with my brush, folks. So watch what I do with the brush. If I want the point to get really skinny, I'll spin the brush as I pull it away from the plate. When I do that, the point gets really small. So let me show you guys that again. Pull away and spin, really small. Okay? Whoops, and I got too much pink on there. So pull away, makes it nice and skinny. Now I can make some really small, tiny lines. Right here at the top, starting with my first eyelash. Bam! Look how pretty that looks. Okay, another one. Bam! As I get to the end of the eyelash, I don't stop. I don't abruptly stop and then lift the brush. I swipe and pull the brush away as I get to the point. What that does is it makes that eyelash pointier. Don't forget, folks, I want to see your paintings. So make sure you guys send me pictures of yourselves with your groups. That would be so awesome. At the very least, send me pictures of your paintings, okay? Message them to me here on Facebook. There we go. Let me get a close-up. I'm going to do a little close-up of that. Look at that. How pretty is that? Now she's starting to look more like a Bessie, in my opinion. Okay? Miss Bessie. Other side, other eye. Again, take my little brush, put it into the paint, spin it as I pull away, makes the point nice and skinny. And I'll do a little eyelash up here at the top. Pull away. Want the base. The closer it is to the eye, the thicker it is. Okay. There we go. Another eyelash. Another one. And one more. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look at that. I'll bring that up close. Yeehaw. Miss Bessie. Eyelashes and eyelashes. Eyelashes and eyelashes. Alright? Alright. Okay, guys, a couple minutes. I'll give you guys about 3 minutes on that, and then we're gonna start it on those flowers. Okay, so while you guys are getting ready, I'm just kind of prepping stuff over here. So for the flowers, we're gonna be using if you're going to be using the same colors as I am, I'm going to be creating these roses. Pink, red, and some white. Okay, so again, pink, red, and white, and green for the leaves. So just to give you a heads up. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes though. And I know some of you guys are stressing because you heard the flowers. Oh no, just kind of hoo-sa, can hoo-sa. All right, folks, really quickly, for those of you that would like to help support my channel, started something new here. Got a little virtual tip jar going on. I'm your art tender. Get it? Get it? Art tender. Whatever you guys can, donate. Whatever. No, nothing too crazy. $5 million would work. Yeah, I'm good with that. But seriously, whatever you guys can donate if you'd like to help, just kind of support the channel, right? So I can make a lot more of these in the future. I got Venmo, PayPal, and ZELLE. I also have the information in the description of the video for those of you that, again, if you can, don't stress out about it. Again, if you guys want to donate $5 million or $1 million is fine too. Whatever you guys can do, that's fine. Otherwise, do not worry about it. Okay? You guys can come back and join me whenever you want. But anyway, there's that. Again, the information is at the top also of the description of this video. And then just a reminder before we get into those flowers, the options for the painting for the raffle. I cover all costs and the shipping and stuff. We got, whoops, I'm about to drop everything here. We got this guy right here. Little park bench on a rainy day. A little lamp post. One option. Okay. Option number two, and I know that you guys, some of you guys that have painted along with me painted with this one a couple months ago or so ago. So there's that one. A little sunset at the beach or on a little island. We got this little Roaring 20s one that, like I said, I did this one as a custom piece for a paint party for a bachelorette quite a while back. Okay, there's that. And lastly, for those of you that have kids and maybe would like to win something for them, got a little shark, glittery shark that goes along with this little area. Okay, again, I cover all the costs. Adriana says option number one. That's my fave. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like that one too, Adriana. All right, who's ready for some flowers? Start giving me some thumbs up, letting me know you're ready for some flowers, because that's what's next. And I don't want you guys freaking out, because they're going to be nice and easy. Promise. You guys are going to watch what I do, okay? Watch what I do. Watch what I do. Watch how I hold my brushes. Watch my brush strokes. We're going to start with a reddish color, okay? If you've got red, that's what we're going to use. Red. If you got a slightly off red color, that's what we'll use. And you need a small brush for this step. Okay, you need a smaller brush, not a pointy brush, not for this part of it, but you want a smaller brush. Okay. So something like this is fine. A little 1/2 inch or smaller. Actually, if you've got a little 1/4 inch brush, that's probably going to work a little bit better. Starting with our red. I'm going to do this a couple of times, and you can even practice. Instead of practicing on her head, you can practice on a piece of paper. For example, the back of this plate. Okay, I'm going to make a flower that kind of goes over to the side. Kind of like this one here, the one over here. And make something like that. Okay, I'm going to do it on this plate first. We're going to start the base of this first. Flower is going to be pointed slightly to the right. Okay, so like this. And then we're going to have a little area below it. I'm going to do it on the canvas in a moment, so don't stress out. Okay, something like that. You guys all kind of see that there? Doesn't look like much, right? You don't see a whole lot going on there. And this could be a little thicker. Okay, something like that. This is the beginning of our rose. And I probably should have brought it over a little bit, but you know, it's all good. Okay, something like that. You guys all see it? Again, I'm going to do it up here in a second. I just want you guys to take a look. Once I've done this, I'm going to take a little bit of pink instead of red. I can make pink by mixing red and white, right? Or I can simply grab some pink. So just mixing it really quick because the pink that I'm using here is a little different. I like it, Gina. I like it. I like it. Your avatar, pretty cool. So from here, I've got some pink. Whoops, let me make it a little bit lighter so it's a little bit more obvious. Okay, a little bit of pink, and I'm going to come in between now. Again, watch my brush strokes. It's not fancy. There's nothing fancy to this. These are kind of almost impressionistic roses. Okay? Okay? And I can go underneath too with this lighter, with this pinkish underneath. Come around over the top. Again, I'm going to do these here on the canvas in a second. Okay? Okay, something like that. Give it overlap a little bit. Just giving you guys an idea as to what to expect when we do it on the canvas. Okay. Now, I've run out of a little bit of white, so let me grab some of that. Cross over the top here. Got my white. Whoops, I did not grab white. I grabbed pink. Let's try that again. Okay, so now I've got white. And do the same thing now. Right in between here with some white. Just come in like this. Some little lighter details. Come down in here. And here. Little tiny specks in there like that. Come over the top. Don't stress again, folks. If you don't want to make roses, you can make daisies. If you know how to make a different kind of flower, you can do that. Okay. Okay, so there's one little abstract rose that's going to sit at the top like this. We're going to have another one that sits over the top like this. A little smaller than that, not quite that large. Okay, so we're going to start on those. We're going to start on the ones that are pointed to the side. So, all right, shake it off. Hoosah. Easy does it, folks. Don't worry, don't stress. Again, watch what I do. We're starting off with red. Okay? Get ready to mimic me. And maybe you guys are going to be totally happy with what happens here next. So here we go. Got a little bit of red. Right about, let's go right in here. Slightly above her head. Again, this rose is going to be pointing slightly to the right. Nothing fancy here, folks. Just a bunch of brush strokes. I'm using the corner of the brush, the little corner. And this thing kind of points out in that direction. Okay, underneath. Connects to the top of her little head. This actually touches. Again, I'm using the same side of my brush. Again, we're using an impressionistic style to make this rose. Nothing fancy. Okay, so that's red. Okay. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. Okay. Now get some pink. Okay. So, and you want this to be quite a bit lighter than the red that you're using. Nice and pink. Remember, watch how I hold the brush. Watch what I do with the brush. You guys got this. I'm going to go slowly here. Brush strokes right in here. Same part of my brush. Okay? All the way around like this. I go in between. Okay, like that. Also come underneath. Watch how big you make your flower, right? You've got at least 3 others to make, unless you want to make 3. I suppose that would work as well. Okay. You also want to come over the top with this pink. A little bit, right? You can see parts of the other side of the flower. What's on the other side? Go. Okay. Awesome. If I do say so myself, I'm going to give you guys a little bit to catch up with that. You got this, Sheila. You know I always believe in you. I believe in you, Sheila. You got this. I believe in you, Sheila. I believe in you. Okay, so once you've done this, and again, I'm going to do the same flower over on this side, okay, in a moment. Once you've got this right here, you're going to switch over to just white paint. Okay, just white. And again, folks, you don't have to make roses. Or if you have a different way of making roses, make it that way. Okay, ready for a little bit of this white paint. So coming in right over the top. Start adding these little little petals. Kind of random. You don't want to completely overlap the colors underneath. Okay. Go over the top. When you're doing the other side, just do a little bit of this white. Okay, a little tiny bit. And then, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get it. Wait, I'll let you guys catch up there. Catch up to that, and then I'm going to go ahead and use a slightly smaller brush. You got it, Sheila. You got this. All of you got this. Look at yourself. Look at where we are right now. We're doing great. We are doing fantastic. Okay. Once you're here, you're going to take a little brush. Little tiny brush. Little liner brushes. You're going to take only white. Only white. And I know I didn't show this step on the paper plate. That's okay. I'm going to take just this little tiny brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and add just little markings here and there with a little tiny thing. Thick ones. But they're small. Okay? They're just little tiny accents. Add the little dots in here in the center of our rose. And these little tiny touches. There we go. There we go. Rose number 1. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes before we get to rose number 2, the one on the other side. The ones that are right here can also have the same shape, or they can face us a little bit more. Either way is gonna be fine. Okay, rose number 2, coming right up. All of you need a little sippy sip. Take one now. You got this, Sheila. You got this. Okay, here we go. If you're not done with rose number 1, don't worry about it. You'll get a chance to go back and finish it. Stay with me. Stay with me. The more practice you get with me, when you go back, the easier it'll be to do those, to finish up, okay, to finish the steps. Okay, so red. Right over here. Nothing too fancy. Right above her head. Looks almost like a bell, right? Like a, I don't know, like a yellow bell going out. Then you got this underneath. Again, watch my brush strokes. Short. Where I'm holding the brush. Nothing fancy. I'm not sitting here going, oh, just brush. Just brush. Add the paint. Don't be stressing. Not fun if you're stressing. Switch over to some pink. Really like pink. You guys got this, folks. You guys got this. There's not much left to Bessie. Okay? Then you're going to come in with this. So again, there's a little bit of a light pink, right? Just going to give you guys a minute to catch up. In between, and start adding some of those little brush strokes. Okay. You also want to go underneath. And then when you go over to the other side, just a little bit less, right? A little bit. Okay, again, don't overthink, folks. Don't overthink. Worst enemy of painting is overthinking. Oh, I can see this little flower is a little too close to her head, so I gotta watch it a little bit so I don't drop it too low. Go over that top. Once you've got this, then you can come in with your white. I'm sure some of you guys are going, this is the hardest part of the painting. Don't worry, as long as you got little flowers, something that looks like flowers, you're going to be all right. They can be abstract flowers. Watch my brush strokes, little short brush strokes. And after that, we take our little guy, a little liner brush. Don't Yeah, folks, any of you that, you guys can always come back and do this again. And you guys want to come back and watch this step all over again. Your dots in the center. Up to you guys. Right, but there we go. Rose number 2. I'm gonna give you guys a minute. Then we're gonna move to the rows in the center. I'm sorry, it's over here, and then another one here. I'm gonna have to overlap these a little bit because I didn't leave a whole lot of room in there, but you guys get the point. You guys get the point. Sounds like you guys are all concentrating. Ariel, it looks good. All right, so Ariel sent me a picture of her Bessie. Check her out. She put a little flower inside of Bessie's mouth. Look at Ariel. That's cool, Ariel. Good job. Check it out, everyone. You guys can message me your paintings, folks. You can start messaging me what you've got. But check that out. How cool is that? That's pretty neat. Good job, Ariel. Good job. She said it looks kind of special. Yeah, it looked good. Yellow background looked really cute. The brush, Adriana, you want to see the brush that I'm using? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, the brush that I'm using is this one. Little 1/2-inch brush. If you use something smaller, it'll work. It'll work as well. Okay. All right. Moving on to one of the center flowers. I actually need to reload my red paint. And I know, folks, taking a little longer than maybe we expected, but we're getting there. We're almost done. There isn't a whole lot left to this, so don't let me lose you now. You're down the home stretch. Okay, so a little bit of red. Okay, a little bit of red. We're gonna do a little center now, and again, these are gonna overlap a little bit, just a little bit. There's my center. Okay. And when I do my center, whoops. In this case, these flowers, these two are going to be facing towards us a little bit more, okay? So, I'm going to do a little bit of this around the outside. Watch how I hold the brush, down to it. Okay. And then just like with the other brushes, what do? Oh, sorry, the other two roses, we move over to a pink color now. Okay. Come in. And then because these are facing us a little bit more, there's more detail on the top. Okay, like that. Then we're going to take some white. And I'm mostly painting with the corner of my brushes, all right? The little corner of my brushes. Of my brush. Just go around. White. Switch to my little tiny brush now. spots here in the center. Okay. This one's going to be a little squeezed, a little squashed by the other two flowers, but that's all right. Okay, got about a minute before we move on to this one. Again, move with me. Even if you're not doing it with this one, move with me. What you learn on this one, you'll be able to come back and apply it to these other ones, okay? Tell you what, while you guys are catching up with those roses, I'm going to come with a little bit of white, and I'm just going to come and touch this up in here. A little bit. I just want it a little bit lighter. Using a little bit of a transparent, not transparent, but a little bit of paint. I don't need to cover all of this up in here. All right, back to it. Next rose, one right in here in the center. Start with red. Just come in here, make my little center. Then I kind of come around the side and make all these little brush strokes. Okay. Now we take some pink. And I come in and again they overlap a little bit, right? So Nessa, you can just send it to me via messenger on Painting with Jesse. It should be, I think you can send me pictures there. Otherwise, just tag me if you load it to Facebook. Tag me in it or email it to me. You can also email it to me. All right. Yeah, you should be able to send it to me on Messenger here on Painting with Jesse. Now I'm switching over to the little one. Little tiny brushes coming in and the little dots in the center. Just miss them over here. All right. I'll give you guys a little bit to catch up here, and then we're gonna add some leaves, and then we're pretty much done with Bessie, other than the glitter. For those of you that are gonna be adding glitter. Okay, so we're gonna add some leaves in there here in a bit. Also, I'm actually gonna add a little bit of fluorescent pink to the nose. So I got this fluorescent stuff here. You could also add neon. If you had neon pink, you could add that in the nose instead. So I'm just taking some of this really bright pink. Again, while you guys are working on the roses, I'm gonna come in here and so the little nose stands out a little bit more. And then I think I'm going to add some of this stuff around the eyes too. Right in here. stand out just a little bit more. Look at that. All right. Any questions, anyone? Okay. Thank you, Nessa. Awesome. Brianna Marie says, I tried the less is more on my left rose. It looks way better. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Play with it. You want to experiment a little bit, folks. You do want to play around with it a little bit. Okay. Once you've got the roses in place, your flowers in place, you're going to do a little bit of green for those leaves. Okay, a little bit of green. So let me grab my green. And you can use a light green or a dark green, kind of up to you. We're definitely in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch, everyone. Don't leave me now. Don't give up now. A little bit of green. Nothing to these leaves that I'm going to be creating right now. Same brush. Same brush that I was just using a moment ago. A little bit of green. Actually, I can even use a little tiny pointy one. I will use that in a moment. So watch these leaves. Nothing to them. Let me make one right here. Okay. I've got glitter, so I'm going to be adding a little bit of glitter to my leaves here in a little while, but it'll make them stand out. So again, nothing fancy. Just watch what I'm doing. Don't overthink it. Look at the shapes that I'm creating. Make the same shapes, or try to make the same shapes. They don't have to be exactly the same. Almost like little triangles. Okay, just like that. Come over here, do the same thing. Make as many leaves as you want. Some of them are going to be a little smaller than others. That works too. And maybe we've got a little one peeking out right there. And another one right here. Okay. That's with this bigger brush. Then I'm going to take my little skinny brush, one of my small brushes, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make little tiny ones. Here and there. Alright, just like that. Okay. Don't overthink them, just do them. Right. All right, Alberto, make sure you send me a picture of your painting, okay? Also, folks, if you guys are starting to finish up, don't forget, if you haven't yet, you're going to want to paint the bottom of it, right? The same color as your background. And then, nice little touch, you want to sign it. You want to sign your painting. So people know who did it. You can say, I did that thing. I made it. And then don't forget about the raffle if you're interested. Okay? So I have all these little baby's breath on the original, little dots that I'm going to add right now. Again, using a little tiny brush, little tiny thing. I'm just going to come over and I'm going to be like this, little tiny dots. Wherever I want some of these little baby's breath. Baby's breath. Flowers to be hanging out. Don't forget, folks, check out the calendar of the other events coming up this month. And then also, for those of you that are interested in your Paint Your Pet, I should have details on that up next week. I know I keep saying that, but it's just that I got a lot going on right now. So, but I will have that information up soon. And then the calendar that's up right now is missing the last painting of the month. So I got 3 paintings right now. There's a cool, for those of you that have children, I have a cool little panda one that we're doing during the week. I think it's the 3rd week, 2nd or 3rd week, I can't remember, of August. So check that out, okay? All right. Couple of little minor things. Some of the little highlights in the ears. Just taking a little bit of yellow and maybe a touch of white and brown. One of my small brushes. It'll make sense here in a moment. Kind of talking to myself, but a little bit of yellow. A little touch of brown. Do I have some left? Oops. Yeah, touch of a little bit of yellow, a little bit of brown. Come in here and just give Miss Bessie some highlights in her ears. Just a few little highlights. Maybe some highlights in her body. Okay. We'll also take a little bit of black. A little touch of black. And maybe bring her line on the side of her head a little bit higher. A little touch of little hairs in here. Take a look at your little Bessie. Look at her from a little bit of a distance, maybe take a step back. And look at where maybe some adjustments, little touch-ups need to be made. Yeah, I like to often step back a bit. And there she is. She's looking super cute, if I do say so myself. For those of you that want to add this little line in here and then this one down here, you can, right? It's missing on this one, on the one we're making today. I mentioned earlier that that was going to be optional. I don't want to make it so complicated when we did all those other lines, all the drawing at the beginning. And I wanted you guys to, I wanted you guys to be able to draw all of it without losing your mind. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and just going to add it to her now. Just a little line in between this one and this one right here on the left. A wavy, curvy line that comes down. And I'll do it to both sides. Folks, please don't forget to send me your pictures. Try to take them in little groups of whoever you're painting with. Friends, family, whatever, send those over to me, please. And then don't forget about the raffle. Share your painting, tag Painting with Jesse, message me on Facebook so that I see it. So I know you did it and I can go see it. And enter you in the raffle, and then by Monday night I'll have the name drawn. I'll do it live. I'll actually do it live where everybody can see it live. Like I said, I'll send you the painting anywhere in the United States. Free of charge. Helene, all right. Helene, so the email, if you want to email it to me, you can send it to paintingwithjesse@gmail.com. All right, folks, let's talk about glitter. For those of you that are going to be using glitter. And if you don't have glitter, don't worry about it. You can always add glitter later, so maybe it makes sense to watch this step for you, okay? So, as mentioned at the beginning, I've got different glitter colors that I use for this. I've got some green, I've got some gold, pearl. Actually, I'm not using gold. Hold on, let me put that together really quickly. So what it is, it's glue floating in, or glitter floating in glue. Looks like this. So I got different colors of this. I can use this in the flowers. I can use this on a little eyeshadow, wherever I want. So I got a little bit of red, a little bit of pearl. I'm gonna take out a little bit of green. The green's being stubborn, so let me wrestle with it a little bit. I'm winning this battle, I think. All right, told you, buddy. All right, so here are the colors that I'm using. A little bit of red, a little bit of pearl, a little bit of a green. It's more of a teal color, actually. Okay. Again, all it is glitter floating around in glue. So I take my little brushes in this case. A couple of things when you apply this stuff, and I repeat this every time I do this because I want to make sure everybody always gets it. You want to make sure that whatever area that you add glitter to, that the paint is dry. Excuse me one sec, folks. I gotta come across here and make sure my laptop doesn't run out of battery to charge. So you want to clean your brushes a little bit, enough so that you don't have any wet paint on them, right? The wet paint, if there's wet paint on your brush, it's gonna ruin your glitter a little bit. So you want to make sure they're relatively clean. And then you also want to make sure wherever you apply glitter, wherever you decide you're going to apply glitter, you want to make sure that that area on your painting is dry. So we're going to start with a little bit of this pearl. This pearl color I can add wherever I want, make some really cool little effects. I'm actually going to take this and add it above her little, in the eyeshadow area, in between her little eyelashes. Maybe you just want to add it to the eyelashes, I don't know, instead of the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to take some of this also and add it to her nose. And I have a little bit of wet paint still on the nose, so I'm trying to avoid going over those areas so I don't mess this up. There we go, just like that. And there you can see the difference. But let me see if I can turn this so you guys can see it. Look at her eyebrow, her eyeshadow. Check that out. How cool is that? Okay, so I've got some red. The red I would add in the flowers, for example, the little darker parts of the flowers. And use a little tiny brush for that. And come in, grab some red. And you can layer this. You can layer this stuff. You can add some, let it dry a little bit, and come back and add another layer over it, and it starts to get really intense. The more you layer it, obviously, the more glitter you're going to have. The shinier your painting's going to be. So I'm just going around and that. And again, folks, we're getting close to the end. I know I'm seeing some of you leaving the feed or the the live feed. All good. Please don't forget to send me your pictures. I share those on social media. It helps get more people on here. Also, if you have not already, please like the channel, like the page. And then don't forget the video will be staying up. If you guys want to come back and do it again, it'll be up on my YouTube. Look out for that calendar that I posted earlier today. You know what I'm going to get? If I can get to my gold glitter. I'm going to use a little gold on her coat. Now I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to it because I just used it in a painting event a couple of days ago, and I think I have it in my garage. It's alright, I won't be able to use the gold, but that's alright. I was thinking of using gold in her coat. Like down in here, adding some gold, or maybe in between here. Like I said, sorry, down in here, gold, maybe add a little bit of gold around there. But check out the red glitter in the flowers. Look at that. Cool. Cool. So again, once you're done and you can add your name to it. I would definitely, especially if you're happy with what you painted, and I hope all of you are, and you guys all had a great time doing this. You can come in and add your name to your painting. Last name, first name. I'm gonna add mine right here. Got a whole bunch of ideas coming up for paintings that we're going to be doing in the future. Whoops, and I'm kind of doing this off to the side. So, but anyway, so I'm kind of coming up with all kinds of paintings and stuff for future paint sessions. So be on the lookout for posts about that stuff. Also, send me your ideas if you guys want to see something on here. I know Adriana wants to do a giraffe, and I think a giraffe would be pretty cool. But I'm thinking of doing a series of farm animals. So I got a little pig coming up sometime next month, I think. Maybe a goat. I don't know that I'm going to do a bull, but sheep, chicken for sure. Chicken and rooster, or chicken. Anyway, probably chicken and rooster. But send me your ideas, guys. Send me what what do you guys want to see on here. And yeah, just wanted to say, make sure you guys are on the lookout for that stuff. So we are just about done, everybody. The video is going to be up for you guys to come back to. I want to thank everybody for being with me today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to send me your pictures. Also, if you guys are interested, like I said, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, I've got my virtual tip jar in the description for the video. Again, for those of you who want to donate a couple $1 million, I'll take it. I won't say no. So, but whatever you guys want, whatever you guys can do to help out and keep these videos going would be fantastic. But look for that in the description of the video. So that'll be up. I call it my virtual tip jar. But anyway, everybody, thank you guys again. Are there any questions? Does anybody have anything? I'm going to go through the comments really quick. And then don't forget about the raffle, of course. Share your picture on your Facebook. Say something nice about my page or my event. And send me a message. Whatever you do, don't forget to send me a message. I don't want to miss anybody. But I'm getting... oh, what is that? Who is that? Oh, Helen's a little picture. Thank you, Sheila. You got it. My pleasure. My pleasure. Go back to whatever. If you feel like you missed anything on the painting, you can always go back and watch it again, or back it up, or whatever. Okay. But I appreciate you guys being here with me, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. I am going to have a cool little painting next Saturday, the little bear one. You'll see, got a little, call it midnight stroll. I'll try to hold it up here in a second. Hang on, don't go away, guys. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a moment. So this is for next Saturday. Okay, don't go away just yet. If you guys want to see what's coming up next Saturday, stay with me because I'm about to show you a pretty cool little painting that you're going to be able to customize. So if you have children, you'll see in a moment. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Jesse, this is taking forever. I know. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Next Saturday, midnight stroll. You guys see a little mama grizzly with her baby grizzly. Mama bear with a little baby bear. You can customize this piece so that you have 2 little baby bears, 3 little baby bears. Maybe you also have a papa bear in there. Up to you guys. Okay, but you will be able to customize this piece to your liking. More details on that soon, but just so you guys know, this is what's coming next week, okay? All right, everybody, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to send me pictures, and thank you once again for joining with me today. Talk to you guys all very soon. Bye-bye.